They say great art is difficult to understand, but easy to enjoy.
Hey, Beavis. It's hard, but it's not like hard.
Yeah.
In the ass?
Good evening, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever, however you all are. Welcome to Toxic Tuesday. And yes, happy Veterans Day, because it is Veterans Day. And of course, being that it is also Tuesday. And also being Tuesday, it's Toxic Tuesday. And since it's the month of November, on top of that, it is Bond Month, the Pierce Brosnan edition. So last, 2 weeks ago, we were talking Die Another Day, the final one. So we're like, we're going to do things a little different this time. We're going to do them in the reverse order. So we start off with Brosnan's last movie, Die Another Day. Tonight, The World Is Not Enough. So I'm happy to be talking this one. This is a very memorable Bond movie. Very memorable. And I have a lot of memories attached to it as well. But let's acknowledge all these faces here, because I see a lot of you in the chat, and you're all very interactive. And I'm happy to see that. And of course, for those of you who want to have it both ways, you're welcome to do that here. We are very accepting of those who like to have it both ways. So I will put the link in the chat for those who want to hang out on Rumble, stream on Rumble, or you can just stream exclusively there, or be only on YouTube. It's your choice. Either way, I'm just glad that you're here, but let's acknowledge those faces here, okay? So let's see. Captain Krypton, Emily Kruger, how are you doing? Darth Viewer, Jonathan Conroy, Jonathan 93, Mega D, Bud Martin, Corellian Rogue, and to all you lurkers out there as well, thank you for being here early right away to this show. I appreciate it. Let's see here. Hey, look at Forgotten One Music. Hey, what's up, buddy? Long time no see. We should be in touch soon. Just saying, you were on here for a Bond episode once upon a time, way back when. Culture Casino, I did talk to him. I did text message him. He's doing okay. Obviously, word got around that he's going through some stuff. I did tell him to text me as soon as he had any updates. So I haven't heard from him again, but I text messaged him, and he said a few words for me, and we're rooting for you, bud. You'll get around to this. You got meetups to be at, Vegas and Florida. And besides, we're practically partners in crime when it comes to doing this thing. Me, you, your wife. It would just be breaking tradition if I go to one of these things and you're there and we don't room together. Yes, Culture and the boss are the best roommates ever, by the way. That's what I'm alluding to, because they are so, you get a good idea of meeting people and, getting a feel for what they're like. When the cameras are down, there's no YouTube thing going on. And I have hung out with the casinos plenty of times, and they're wonderful people. Yes, I know. We all rag on Culture. We all do. We all do it a lot. But however, he's a great guy. His wife is great, and I love hanging with them. It's something I'd do another 10, 20, 30 times over. I wouldn't have it any other way. So to me, it's just routine. And of course, you got to throw comics in there as well when he can go join Amiya too. It's great. It's one of those things. Hey, look, the dead man is here. Hello, hello, hello. All right. So, okay. So Mark should be here in a few minutes. We'll be slipping and sliding in with the slideshow. But we got two other gentlemen here who are just starving for attention because, like, Nick, I need your attention. One of them is just another red shirt. How's it going, red shirt?
It's going great. Saw this last week before you delayed it by a week, so
So
I'm a
you just
little
got
bit
to watch
rusty.
it
I've been boning up on it.
again. You've been boning up on it.
So yeah, this is a fun one. I mentioned to you, and I'll say it now because it would just be in the middle of the movie where we'll probably be talking about what's going on. If
This
you,
is a highly, highly, and we spoke about this briefly before we went live. This is probably one of the most homoerotic bonds of all time. This may be the most homo.
absolutely,
We'll cross that bridge when we get there. It's at the very minimum one of them, if not the most.
we will slice that bridge in half when we come to it.
Yes, yes. So, anyways, a man who slid himself in unconsensually, but I will welcome his non-consent. Hi, Mark D with a C.
Hey, great to see you. Let me make sure my right mic is on.
It's not, but we know that you're here and we know that you're in. We know it's you that's in.
Better. Testing.
You sound great. You sound like Mark D with a C.
There we go. I always have difficulty sliding in on without consent. Sometimes it doesn't give you the right mic. So
Yeah, I was just like, what kind of man just slides in and then he gets himself up on the main screen. I was like, wow.
yeah,
He just was like, surprise. I was just like, oh, I wasn't ready for that.
I have the power. Yeah, I know I'm scared.
You
but,
do have the power. I gave you the power.
You gave me the power. You gave me
Now
the
you're
power.
taking advantage of your privileges.
Taking advantage of Nick. Yeah, but my wife was traveling back from Florida today, so of course she landed. I mean, not landed, but she got walked in the door at 9:35.
Oh,
so she really missed me. So she wanted to talk to me for 5 minutes here.
Well, that's good though. That's good.
Yeah.
I actually would like to hope so.
Yeah, but I was laughing. It's like, thank God she made it back with all the government shutdowns and everything. And but then the flight was diverted to another place because it was too windy out. It was and then people are puking left and right in the plane because it was so much turbulence. It's like. See what happens when you take a mini vacation, So, no, but thankfully she's here safe and sound. So great to see you guys. Hail to Red Shirt and Nick. And I don't know if you guys mentioned it was Veterans Day today. I wasn't listening.
We did.
I'm sure you did.
Yeah. It was practically the first thing we acknowledged. So, great to have you here, Mark. Let's have some fun tonight.
Yeah.
And we're going to have the great debate later. Is this the most homoerotic one? I think we all unifyingly agree it's at the very minimum.
It is now.
One of them. But
well, there's lots of pipe. There's lots of laying of pipe in this one.
Oh, so many pipes laid, and then there's the big golden one that's fighting for because the one man who's always about going in, ironically, has to fight for pulling out, whereas the other man wants to fight for going in. We'll cross that bridge. We will cross that bridge, but we got a '70s rock fan, a very wild
Good
one, might
evening.
I add. How's it going, sir?
Pretty good, yeah. It's obviously you mentioned Remembrance Day, which is great, and we should always remember that. We should remember every day, I think. But
it's a Remembrance Day in across the pond. I guess that's what they call it, right?
It's Remembrance Day here in Canada. It's
In
Remembrance
Canada.
Day here in Canada.
Okay.
But it seems, I guess they call it that.
Because I saw a 98-year-old soldier, 100-year-old soldier, and he was on, I think it was on BBC, and he said. I
saw that.
Slightly political, and he said he just can't stand what's happened to Britain. He's like,
why did all my friends die for nothing?
Yeah, which is horrific.
Indeed. But anyway, this Bond movie, it's nice to see a Bond movie starring a short, aggressive Scotsman. But then again, aren't they all short, aggressive Scotsmen? So they're all short and aggressive. But Robert Carlyle, indeed. Although I think he's playing a Frenchman, which is probably a reverse of Highlander then, with a Frenchman playing a Scotsman. So it's just revenge for Highlander. That's what it is.
I thought you were referring to Robbie Coltrane, and I was going to wonder what aspect ratio you watch this movie on.
Robbie Coltrane. You could fit.
It made him skinny.
You could fit two Robert Carlyles in one Robbie Coltrane. It's two for the price of one. And R.I.P. Robbie Coltrane. He was a very funny guy. I mean, a lot of people here know him for the Harry Potter movies, but I'd seen many other things.
Desmond Llewellyn.
Desmond Llewellyn.
Llewellyn.
Your Welsh isn't very good, is it?
No.
Nobody's Welsh is very good. Not even the Welsh.
Well, yeah, because I was reading something. He was, I guess he is Welsh, right? And originally they wanted him to have a Welsh accent as Q, and then he argued against it.
Well, no one would understand a word, would they? Look you, boyo.
Right?
Yaki da, Tom Jones.
And unfortunately, he died 2 weeks after the premiere of this movie. He was actually trying to pass someone on the highway. He was on the wrong side of the road, ironically, in Britain. And so he head-on collision. Originally, I'd read it was a drunk driver, but then the inquest found that he was actually, trying to pass someone.
I hope they weren't driving a BMW Z.
No, yeah, we don't need to be. No. One would hope. I mean,
I disagree with your Nick. I have to take issue with the poll that you've posted. It should be: is this the most homoerotic Bond? Yes, and yes, very yes. It should be just yes or yes. Really, yes, absolutely. More yes.
If more people slide in here, I will welcome them to do that. Hi, Paulie. How's it going? Oh, hey, Mark, Paul. Are you ready to get it up?
Yeah, the slideshow was a show on screen.
Yeah, guys. Mark came in fully equipped. I gotta give it to him. He really brought his inches forward, and he's got it ready for us to show. So let's get on.
Let it rip. But we can enjoy that poster for a few seconds. But that's actually probably the best casting in all of the Bond films, and most realistic casting. And I was watching the making of. I don't know if we could play it later, maybe. But the director's like, it's always very difficult with these Bond girls, and you want to cast someone who's realistic and can pull off being a nuclear physicist. And I think,
come on, are you trying to say that Denise Richards couldn't pull it off? Because I bet she could.
Yeah. And I'm laughing as I'm watching the making of. It's like there's only one or two reasons why she was cast. So
if we really wanted a gay show, we should get Polly on here. Come on, Polly. Get Polly on here. The show would be really gay then.
If Paulie wants to come on, I mean, he's welcome to if he's got something to bring to the bomb. I imagine
Paulie's always got something to bring.
I want to say something about the intro there. That move to shoot, and the blood comes down as you're looking through the barrel. Am I wrong in thinking that Pierce Brosnan was the first one to pull that off believably?
I think so. Yeah, I would say so.
It's like, you look at most of them and I could have shot him already. You look at Pierce Brosnan do it, you go, oops.
What I want to know is
why
is there a transformer in the middle of Bilbao?
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
That's what it looked like.
I like how the one lazy. Would you like to check my things? I'm sure they're
perfectly rounded.
Perfectly rounded.
Like, you should know he's held a few.
He's
held a few in his time.
Go back to face.
And these insults against Swiss bankers, someone who's Swiss. I don't know. Well, that's all right, but yeah.
Oh yeah, this is post the
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, this is after the whole scandal about about Jewish money from the Holocaust.
Well, actually, what they
deposited
gold and art and all that. Yeah.
Well, the real problem was they didn't want anyone to have money they didn't know about, they couldn't tax, and it actually hit a lot of our friends and family in Switzerland who were dual citizens, and they closed all their bank accounts. So instead of going after like the uber rich who could afford to have someone deal with their bank accounts, they closed everyone who had like small bank accounts. They're like, you're not worth the effort. So we had friends that like, they just closed my bank account. I can't bank. So they had to give up their U.S. citizenship. And some of them are teachers, and you're not talking the wealthy. So the uber wealthy, of course, get away with it, but the working people got screwed over. Well, just don't get me started on Obama and that.
Let's not cross.
We'll stick to the. We
got Orangina to focus on, not Obama. Orangina. Anyways, TZ Burton with a $5 Rumble rant. He says, "Everyone, whip out your Nick for Toxic Tuesday, Dr. Christmas Jones, and Electric King. Whip out your wow, whip out your Nick. That is." That's a new one, TZ.
Prepare your Nick. Yeah.
Beautifully, poetically said. Thank you for that. And Darth Viewer has his priorities straight when he says, when I think nuclear physicists, I think Denise Richards. She was a
Me
model
too.
example.
Yep.
Yeah,
She's got a hard-on she's got a hard-on collider that she does her research in, the large hard-on collider.
So that's why we have the Orangina enlarged on the screen.
I mean, you and Miriam Bialik she's the real, scientist, right? It's a stereotype of Big Bang Theory. She was, she was actually a scientist, but just Denise Richards, God bless her, but she just does not pull off the nuclear physicist route. I mean, it happens in the movies, but
I don't know.
Yeah.
I wasn't
I'm going to make the argument that I enjoyed her as Christmas Jones more than I did Halle Berry's Jinx.
Okay.
I would say so.
I'd probably be the only one on planet.
No, I'd agree with you.
But I get the idea of what they're going for with Jinx, and I do appreciate that Halle Berry genuinely wants to be a genuine shooter type. I appreciate her authenticity. I appreciate her being a fan of the franchise. As far as I've looked into it, she is a legitimate fan. But I just thought that the role of Christmas Jones is just a more entertaining part.
Oh, by the way, MI quarters. That really is MI6 headquarters.
It is.
Yes.
And when they first proposed shooting there, MI6 contemplated was planning on blocking the filming there.
Yes, I heard about that.
And then some senior officials that came forward and said, "Let him film. It's the least we can do for James Bond after all he's done for us."
Yeah. It's not exactly like the building is a secret. I mean, it's sitting right there at the side of the tent.
Exactly. Here, though, with Moneypenny, Bond is like, "Oh, I know where to put that. Oh, Moneypenny, the story of our relationship. Close, but no cigar."
Well, this is after the Monica Lewinsky scandal, too. I don't know if the news was out about the cigar at this point, but we might have a special edition version of this clip that I found on the internet. But yeah, the cigar. I was I looked it up. It's this is 99. So, and Monica was 90. It was 98, and we know how infamous Bill was with his.
It's nice to have a real life humidifier, isn't it? Or what were you calling
humidor?
Humidor. That's it.
Yeah. By the way, the Orangina just got more engorged.
It did. It's swelling, I think. It's getting wider.
Oh, wider.
If the show lasts more,
redder, it's getting wider.
If the show lasts more than 4 hours, we need to call a doctor.
Oh, I like that.
That's the girthiest Orangina we've had yet, I think.
Well, I guess. Hey, you can thank Mark for that. He really chose a nice big Orangina here. So
we don't want to get copyright problems. Yeah. So.
Yes, this is very, very important. So obviously, Mr. Bond here notices there's something off about everything. And he runs, and Bond's about to go. And I love how right off the bat he pisses off Q in the process. Oh damn it! Really, another thing claimed by Bond.
Well, what he notices, Nick, is that there's an issue with the money.
Yeah,
there's an issue there was an issue with the money, and he's not sure what it is, but he doesn't want them to store it in the vault. So
there's a chemical reaction or something, or something it's on his fingers with the alcohol or some kind of reaction. Yeah,
exactly. There was a reaction to the alcohol, the vodka in his fingers, and he realized that they've been laced with a chemical. He doesn't know what. So that's what triggers the whole chase.
I thought it was laced with Pop Rocks and soda.
You notice that the Orangina on a plinth looked like it was part of Q's laboratory there.
It did. It did.
Oh,
why was the girl shooting? Looking back, shooting here. That didn't make sense to me. They just wanted to blow everything up. It's
come on. If you were in this scenario, wouldn't you just start shooting? It doesn't matter what. You would just start.
She was the one. She was the one who shot at him from the building. I mean, he's after a would-be assassin, and
I'm
she's
why did she stick around? Why did she just? I don't know. I shouldn't apply.
She's not sticking around now. That's for damn sure.
No, but before I would have been out
Mark,
of there.
you wouldn't have the opening sequence if she'd not stuck around.
All right, that's my
there's a
answer.
great comment here. I gotta acknowledge Corellian Rogue. My younger brother is in the part near the Millennium Dome. I'm not exactly sure where. Just the background star.
He's
Dude, that
fapping
is
to Denise
cool.
Richards in the background.
Well, and they had to get all kinds of permission for this, in the making of. They're talking about all the, because no one had ever filmed a movie on the Thames before, and there's an 8-mile-an-hour speed limit in front of Parliament, and all
It
these
took
famous
7
buildings.
weeks to film this part. 7 weeks and 30 boats.
And they had to wait for like high tide, like exactly high tide to do one of the jumps.
And that boat can go at 70 miles per hour, apparently.
This chase scene is so freaking rewatchable. It
is
just
good.
sets the tone for the rest of the movie and how fun it is, how intense it's gonna be, how fast it's gonna be. And it even though it's 2 hours and 8 minutes, it packs a lot in the movie. I feel like I was like, that's good. I'm in the bank for my buck out of this movie. And I love a good chase scene. And this one with him on the boat and the way he has to get around things, every like little setback, and he always adapts as he goes along. Freaking love it. And then the fact that he actually doesn't completely come out victorious in this chase. Usually he goes on style, but this one it kind of goes on a bit of a whimper, even though he does like awesome most of the way until the near end when the girl Epstein's herself. And he hurts his shoulder in the process. He takes a bit of a steep fall and his shit's wrecked. But man, dude, the execution of this all from the flipping the boat to the going under the water, the intensity, and then the music's perfect too. That's the thing. This is once again yet another Bond soundtrack. I don't know if it's made on vinyl, but if it is, I want it, and I want it played loud because the music in this movie. Probably one of my favorite Bond soundtracks, actually, as far as Bond like movie orchestra scores. I love this. Is definitely probably my top 5 as far as the music is concerned.
Now this stunt was amazing. We don't get this stuff because of CGI anymore, so this is all real.
Yes.
And they actually practiced this stunt, and the stuntman like landed upside down. They all thought he was dead. They're practicing it on not on the Thames, but weeks before this. And what the guy had to do was, as he hits the boat, there's a hidden ramp. He had to press a button at exact right time. So see these plumes pushing up and down here?
Yeah.
That's actually to spin the boat. So he had to time that. He had to hit a button, set those timers off, and this is like a rocket engine pushing, so it's going to spin the boat and do a 360. And they kept calculating and practicing it, but this you've only got one shot at this. You could end up dying. And these are special jet boats that could turn on a dime. So they nailed it. I mean, but today this would be all CGI.
Yeah, this reminds me of the man with the golden gun jump with the full 360 barrel roll from one bridge to another. And that was the first time they used computers to try and figure it out, because they knew they could only do that one once, because they were going to, they'd be scraping the stunt driver off the inside of the car.
Did they throw the computer? They threw the computer over the river to see if it would work.
Yes, that was exactly what they did. They launched the computer, and when the computer landed safely, they did the stunt.
Okay, we can do it.
Speaking of computers, 70s unintentionally led into a good segue about computers.
It was entirely intentional. Don't disrespect me like
that. There's when you watch the effects going on in this movie versus what we saw 2 weeks ago, Die Another Day, you can already see how much heavier the reliance was becoming, not just on Die Another Day, but movies in general were starting to push towards CG because of the convenience it had. Because this movie, obviously there's CG in parts, but you could tell the reliance
minimal,
whereas extravagant. Like it was more of an enhancement. Whereas Die Another Day, you could see it starts to become, I wouldn't say overly dominant, but moderately dominant. Moderately.
It was it became the bread and butter. They did CGI stunts where they knew they couldn't physically do the stunt here.
Yes.
And you see that in a number of the movies, especially the Bond movies.
Yes.
What they did with what they started, it seems to me, it didn't become dominant right away, but it was the beginning was that they started putting it into scenes that they could have done physically, but chose either through time constraints, budget constraints, safety issues, they decided it wasn't worth it, and they went with the CGI. And the problem is that CGI, this is the weird bit, CGI's gotten worse.
Yeah, especially I do this year. I think the last 2-3 years CGI has actually. Well, I
Going
feel like
backwards,
it's
yeah.
weird that CG now feels like it's peaked, which I feel like it shouldn't have. I feel like it should still continue to get better, but it has gotten worse in the last 3-4 years. Even if you don't factor in like the message and all that stuff, there is definitely a CG problem nowadays. It is absolutely horrific how bad it's gotten. Either that
Yes.
or we're just a lot more aware of it. Maybe do you think there could be a semblance of we're so much more aware of everything now that kind of like takes us
No,
out
I
of the
think
movie, or
it
do you
has
think it's
got
also
worse.
that
It's
trend has gotten
visibly,
worse?
noticeably worse, Nick. It's noticeable.
I think there are
It's-
two things. I think there's one thing I would say for the two styles of movie making. You talked about how lazy they've gotten,
Yes.
that you can't be lazy having spent 39 years in the software business and writing software and making things work with computers.
Uh-huh.
Even if it was only a web page that would do what you wanted when you wanted,
Uh-huh.
you can't be lazy. You even if it's an obvious thing to write, to do, to produce,
Uh-huh.
you have to dot all the I's and cross all the T's. You have to check your colors. You have to check your masking. You have to check whether there's any artifacts of enlargement in it. I mean, it's ridiculous how much cleanup shit you have to do with anything revolving video or images. And I think what a lot of CGI is doing today is they're going, well, we ran it through the computer. We got the output file. Let's look at it. We look at it. We go, yeah, that's good enough.
Jonathan 93 Mega actually is a good comment here. In my view, CG peaked with Davy Jones from Pirates of the Caribbean sequels. Okay, interesting.
No, I disagree. I think the achievement in those movies was making Keith Richards look like he was alive. That's how CG. That's how CG worked, and it worked very well.
Oh, that was good. Oh,
They recreated a dead Keith Richards.
I think what they do too. Well, Keith Richards is undead, but he's probably a vampire. We'll find out. But
he really is.
He did die a few years ago. Nobody's had the heart to tell him though.
Yeah.
But I think CGI they just cut corners like anything else. The cost cutting, like I think they can do really good CGI. I mean, just commercials. My brother-in-law is doing commercials with CGI actors now, and you almost can't tell. I mean, granted, it's a commercial, but it's spooky. So but it's just a matter of, I think, cutting corners and saving money. Just like you can have bad special effects, but when you watch how they make a Bond movie, this stunt took 6 days to film this 5-second scene because a bunch of times the ship couldn't, the boat couldn't get up high enough. So
they couldn't get it up in a Bond movie. I don't
they
believe
couldn't
that.
get it up. Yeah.
Imagine that. You can't get it up in a Bond movie. That's illegal.
That's why the boat didn't survive.
Yeah. And then like this scene here where the stuntman was supposed to grab the first wire as he falls off and he missed. And then some of the crew said, well, why don't you just keep it when he grabs the second one just to show how tough it was? And they're like, oh, okay, that'll maybe work. But they keep doing these over and over. Imagine being the stuntman on this. So today this would be probably CGI. You've got to jump off. Well, I'm sure it's not on a balloon, but it's on a crane. But they're going to let you go. You've got nothing to hold on to. And you've got to grab this wire, not land on the wrong spot. I mean, it's freaking dangerous. So as a stuntman's doing this, I don't know what kind of, if they have a safety wire on them or what they have, but he's probably not, because he's going down the Millennium Dome there and he's got to grab one of these freaking wires. I mean, it's an insane stunt, and they wouldn't want to risk it maybe today, and they do it CGI. Yes, he misses the first one. And then he grabs the next one, but like, you wanted me to do that again?
No, you're right. That's not something you do once, and you gotta hope that you can get the best take possible out of it, because even for a stuntman, that's not something you can just risk more than once. That it don't work that way for that type of thing. I'm glad you mentioned that, Mark. Yeah. That's something you had to do once.
Oh, come on. You should have got Jackie Chan to do it. He would have just leapt off there within seconds without even thinking about it. What do you mean, prep?
Let's put it this way. This was a cost-cutting measure because the second attempt at this stunt would have cost a hell of a lot more than the first.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to need another stuntman.
now that we're at the opening credits, which I love how when a Bond
14
movie,
minutes.
I love
14
how
minutes.
with a Bond movie, they're like, we'll get to the credits when we want to.
14
And
minutes.
right off the bat, I've never really classified myself as a fan of the band Garbage. I know they performed the song in this movie. I will say it's dramatically an upgrade
It's not
from
bad.
what we got with Madonna in Die Another Day.
Good
Like I
Scottish
would
singer,
say,
Shirley
I
Manson.
do dig this song. It's not a go-to like as far as like my favorite Bond opening credit songs, but it's a solid song.
It's okay.
I feel like it fits the movie. I'd say at least with that, it fits the movie. It's probably better than most of what I've heard from Garbage as well.
What do you call
Like
this
their
song
first
Garbage?
album. Their first album was good.
You're calling the song Garbage? I thought it was pretty good.
Oh,
Good Scottish singer, Shirley Manson.
Kick this-
No, he's calling the
kick
band
Mark out now.
garbage.
Kick
I'm
Mark out
calling
now.
the
Quite-
band
good. Garbage weren't
bad.
I'm a big fan of I'm only happy when it rains. That's a great song.
I believe you.
It is very good.
Yeah,
They did.
So-
They also did go back to somewhat more revealing silhouettes
Oh yeah.
with this. This is one of the more. Yeah, this is one of the
It's
more
feisty.
ambitious. Yeah. This was definitely popular with the male high school crowd.
the male high school crowd. Oh, I'm sure. When this came out, gosh, it was November '99. I was
Jesus.
in 6th grade. It was my only year. I will emphasize those words: only year at a Catholic school. Now,
Oh, I didn't know you were at a Catholic school.
I
Catholic girls. So it's
Um,
Frank Zappa.
Yes.
and I remember it was a friend's birthday. It was a friend's birthday, and there was a slumber party, and his mom treated us for his birthday. I think his name was Kevin. No, it was Devin. Yes, there was a Kevin and a Devin. It was Devin's birthday, and his mom treated about 20 boys to sing "The World Is Not Enough." I mean, what a very toxic mom, but the best mom nonetheless for taking. We filled up like almost 2 rows at this movie theater. It was ridiculous. I was like, holy crap. All these young studs all singing a James Bond movie, all in 6th grade, just be like, yeah, we're all going to go see the new Bond movie. It's a pretty badass time, though. Definitely a very fun memory in my life, seeing it with the boys, basically, because of one of our buds' moms. But yeah, I remember really, I had no idea what Garbage was, the band. To me, it was just a song. And I was just, okay, the obligatory Bond song. And I remember I was like, Michael Apted. Okay. I don't know who you are, Michael Apted, but you have a name. And I thought
his commentary was very boring, Nick. I mean, he's a good director, but his comments like
Well, he's more a
most
drama
boring-
guy, like Gorillas in the Mist.
Yeah,
That was one of his. He wasn't an action director at all. But
he did a good job. But I'm listening to the commentary. I'm like, give me some better juicy bits here. It's like,
oh,
he's
you
very by
want
the
juicy
book.
bits from him?
I want juicy bits. I was not getting them. It's like,
Yeah.
come on, I mean,
Michael, we just saw Michael Kitchen there,
Mhm.
the actor. And
Nice.
he had spent most of the last like 15, 20 years on BBC television at times playing a detective,
Mhm.
a police detective during World War II. It's a wonderful period piece. It's called Foyle's War.
oh yeah,
But
that's a great show.
He's got the same part here that he had in all of those TV
oh yeah,
movies.
Hmm,
Because basically he's the guy who's solving the mystery,
hmm.
explaining what's going on to Bond. It's
Typecast.
great. Yeah, he was very typecast in this.
Foyle's War was really,
I
really
love
good show.
Bond's use of his words here. Well, let's just skirt the issue, shall we?
yeah.
I was like, skirt the issue, and right off the bat,
Well, she's
Bond.
more realistic as a doctor here. I can believe her being a doctor.
I'm sure you can, Mark. I'm sure you can. I don't doubt it for a second.
Time for your physical. Yeah.
She's as much a doctor as Denise Richards is a nuclear physicist.
What's up,
I
Doc?
actually think they just send her in there to pretend she's a doctor. They know Bond's going to screw her anyway, so it's not an examination. It's just to keep
Hey.
Bond happy.
Whatever the doctor orders, remember that. Whatever the doctor orders.
Yeah.
I suppose we all have to pay the piper sometime. I was
That's
like,
quite a funny one, yeah.
Yeah, I love
They had to
that
check
line.
his test of stamina, right? So he does have.
And they need to make
Exactly.
sure that his pipes didn't need cleaning either.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an important thing to make sure the pipes don't need cleaning. So,
I love this. The young fellow who's going
oh,
to
Yeah.
oh.
He's just as old.
I love the dialogue, the clapback between Q and R. As well. Even though he's not addressed as R, that's just what he's credited as R. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, the wit of 007. Oh, the legendary 007
No,
wit.
no. Well, no, he says, "Oh no, we're presented with the wit of 007." Well, half of it anyway.
Yeah, half of it.
And I'm like, "Oh, John Cleese is going to go on this one." And they
Oh.
toned him down when they brought him back, which sucked.
Yeah, no.
He should have been the wise ass pain in the butt that Desmond Llewellyn never was.
Yeah.
Desmond Llewellyn would just complain, "You never bring anything back, Bond." But Cleese could have been, that could have been a wonderful comedic turn
love
in the
that
movies.
jacket.
It would have been.
Yeah, it's a shame they wasted Cleese's comedy skills. They really did. You see a glimpse of it here, going, "What else could they have done?" And they didn't. Not really.
Well, you need to have an escape plan. Just
I want one of those
It's very
jackets
important to
that-
having a play. Never let them see you bleed.
Yeah.
Make sure you always have an escape plan as he goes down. And
Yes.
little do you know, that's one of the final moments as he's going down. You see him as Q.
Yep.
I
in
want
Bond forever.
one of those jackets that he just wore and exploded into a big white puffy ball. I'd set that off at the most inopportune moments in real life. In
Yeah, like on a
crowded
subway
store,
platform.
or a
Man
crowded
pushes-
store at Christmas or something.
Yeah, man pushes 5 women and children onto subway track.
Man blocks exit to supermarket for 12 hours.
No.
And
When you look at the screen and you should see the description of Electra King, I'm gonna bring down the overlay if you have it. If you don't have it, I'll know. But if it shows her description, but there's a hint at what she is in the description.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't know. It's something I caught on my rewatch. I was like, oh, that was there the entire time, right in front of us.
Mm.
And I was like, bro, what? It wasn't about the money. It was more about, let's just say, her earlobe. It was right there. It literally lists that there. I was like, oh, crud, it really is listed there. And it was one of those things where I should have pieced it together, but you're not really thinking about that because it's just ladies like her wear exotic, decked out jewelry, right? Okay, stop right there.
Oh yeah. Let me go.
Yeah,
back.
go right back.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Age
Missing
28, 5'7",
right
gorgeous.
earlobe, right there. Missing right earlobe. It says
Okay.
it right there.
Right there. Yeah. A
Yeah.
good catch, Nick. I didn't notice that. Yep. And it also says that she's an assassin too. Electra Nachos there, and she's affiliated
Oh,
with.
It says
we just-
someone called Matt.
also says one nipple slightly bigger than the other.
no.
So there at the
What?
bottom, just in small. No, I'm just
That was Anne Margaret. Come on, that was
Oh,
Anne Margaret.
That's right. I would
70s.
I would like to check that for myself. I would have loved
yeah.
to check that
You
for myself.
would, FBI.
I would
Anne
I would
Margaret.
do.
Anne Margaret's
Yeah.
a crush of mine, or she was.
Yeah,
back in
she's
the day.
gorgeous. Anne Margaret's gorgeous, and
Oh, yeah.
so's Sophia. God, she's
Elvis knew she was
gorgeous.
gorgeous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's gorgeous.
I like
Good catch.
I like the little bit of problem solving we saw from Bond there that gives him a clue
Mhm.
that the
Yeah.
$3 million and some odd dollars that was the ransom
Mhm.
or the amount that was deposited is the equivalent of the ransom in US dollars.
Mm.
Well, it's
Yeah.
Was
Bond's
it Swiss
default to
francs
make-
or was it pounds or what was
Pounds.
it?
I
Oh,
well,
British-
it wasn't pounds because it would be a
British
smaller
pounds.
number. No, but it was something that was about I don't know.
Three
less than
comma
$1, yeah.
something. 30
Most
something,
European
yeah.
currencies wouldn't do it. I'm not sure what currency would convert that to that degree.
wasn't
But it's
pounds.
bubble beads.
but it's just a little side thing. It's a little bit of a foreshadowing that Bond now knows something we don't know.
Mhm. Yeah, it's his default to make sure he picks up on things that no one else does. And that was a good cue that he did pick up on. So okay, here's a fun fact.
This
The
is good
name of
CGI here.
Electra King was done very intentionally. And this is done to be ironic because her name was written to. Her name was chosen to mislead the audience because the character Electra is supposed to revenge the murder of her father, but in this, she causes everything to go wrong rather than do revenge in her father's name. She's the cause of it. And that's actually, it's a small thing, but it's a clever thing because she does the opposite of what an Electra would be known for. So I was like, oh, that's no, obviously I didn't know that in sixth grade, but when I learned that later in life, I'm like, oh, that's actually really damn cool because I'm not as well versed in like Greek mythology, but when I learned that, it's like, oh, damn, that's cool. And this guy with the bull in his head who can't feel anything, and I was like, oh, on my rewatch, I'm like, oh, so this is a guy who can never know if it's in there or not, no matter how big it is. So Renard
Can't
is
feel
quite a bit
anything,
of
yeah.
yeah,
So
Renard
I
can't
can't-
feel a thing.
And that's actually really good CGI for back then. And then also
Yeah,
it's okay
agree.
that it looks kind of fake because it's it's supposed to
Not
be like a
supposed to be
display.
real.
Yeah. But that was really good. They did a lot of work on this CGI here for this scene. It's pretty good for back then. Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, I agree. And,
Yeah.
and I like the lady Bond banged right there.
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
And
But they
then
have
He
a
can
line
go
about that
harder and
after.
longer. He can go harder and longer than any normal man.
Because he doesn't feel anything, right? So
It's true.
well,
So
maybe
there's no fun in
but
it for
maybe he
him.
would need something to get going though.
But he won't even know
He
if
needs
let
orangina. He needs orangina.
I see the good doctor has cleared you. You have exceptional stamina.
For the job in hand.
hand.
Oh, hand job. She's taking over the construction of the Oh, dude. That's what I mean. Right there. It's such beautiful like dialogue. I love it. I was like, this is so good. I'm like somewhere out there, Roger Moore is smiling at the
Mm.
at Pierce Brosnan for being so on the nose and sharp with his banter in this movie and all the clever, witty responses he has to anything and everything around him. I freaking love it. And those blades, as you see the helicopter flying blades, those were actually supposed to be used as an obstacle. And I can't remember why, because I remember looking into it why, but they were actually supposed to be using Goldeneye. So that was something that they ended up moving for this movie. I was like, oh, dude, look at those pipes. Those are some big pipes there.
They're laying it.
You just had to. Oh, man.
And then they go inside the pipe too as they lay the pipe.
Pipes are calling.
And that's not the first time you go in the pipe. Like this is the first of several times they go in a pipe or they talk about piping and talk about how they need to do stuff with their pipes. This movie is like an all-around pipe job.
Yep. For sure. Yeah.
It's a Palestinian protest.
Oh, God.
We did have someone in college whose nickname was the Pipe.
No.
Did he ever get laid?
Oh, yeah.
In 1999, she said it's going to take weeks and cost millions. If you factor into 2025, it's going to take years and it's going to cost billions with inflation, regulations, government so much more larger now than 26 years ago. And this is probably one of the last few movies where there was anti-commie banter too.
Yes.
Yeah. I was like, and that's something I did not notice as a kid, even though I kind of knew what communism was in sixth grade. Like it was one of those things where I did my rewatches, I think like 3 or 4 years ago during when everything was going to hell. I was like, oh, damn. I did not notice that line there. Hell yeah, bitch.
When did the Soviet Union fall? Was that 99 or was that?
You tell me.
I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember.
What
What
as
year?
well.
I just remember being in college and one of the professors said, we're taking a course on, Germany and the Cold War. He's like, well, just in our lifetime, the Germany will never be reunited. And the next semester, he's like, I have to strike what I said last semester.
You're all dead. To cover up his mistake, he killed you all.
Yeah, you're all dead. Yeah, but yeah, no one saw that. No one saw that coming. I mean, the signs were there, but not that quickly. I should say. Yeah,
89 from Bookie Race.
89. Yeah, it was much earlier. Okay, 89. Yeah.
Well, indeed. I mean, when I grew up, the same as Red Shirt in the 60s and 70s, that was a fixture. I mean, the Soviet Union was always going to be the Soviet bloc. There was no
Yeah.
Never any idea that it would just collapse like that.
The wall fell. Yeah. Thank you, dead man.
As you
Yeah,
say, the
yeah.
signs were there. The signs were there.
Yeah, much earlier. I'm getting old now. I'm not forgetting.
No
the date. It
dictatorship
lives
like
through
that
it.
can last forever, but
Yeah. Well, they got a new dictator. Yeah, same as the old boss, right?
Yeah, straight up. Obviously, we get another movie where Bond goes skiing with another lady. He just has to go skiing no matter what.
No protection, no helmets. God.
No, hell right. Bombing a Florida man in the snow, just going skiing carelessly. But yet it leads to another great chase / action scene. Once again, another great action piece. And you're thinking, holy crap, we're half hour, 40, maybe 45 minutes of this movie, and we've already gotten 2 like badass sequences here. This one with the snow. I can already notice like a stark difference in the snow in this movie versus Die Another Day, where you're like, holy crap, it looks so much better in this movie. And things you didn't think about in 02, but now that we're looking back in retrospect, like, holy crud, wow. They really did get relying on this stuff really quickly. I mean, between Die Another Day and the Star Wars prequels, jeez, man. Like, guys, it's okay. We don't need to be afraid of snow. I know that we're not doing ice castles every movie, but we don't need to be afraid of it. I'm just saying.
Well, that's why they had these paragliders, whatever you want to call them. You're like, oh, we got to do something different because Bond. They've always had some great ski scenes in Bond films. It's like we got to do something a little bit different. So that's what they added these whatever you want to call them, like gliders. But they said half the time they couldn't use them if it was too windy or something on the mountain. It was really tricky to get to keep for safety of the crew. But this turns out to be another great scene. The action in this movie is really phenomenal. It's all real, right? I mean, a couple of green screens coming up here. Yeah, there's a couple of green screens coming up, you can tell, but these guys are doing these
stunts
and it shows. I mean, it's all real for the most part. There's
and
they said some CGI touch up here and there, but the CGI was too expensive to really use it that much either, and not good enough, right? So they had to just use it in certain little parts. But I just love the Bond ski scenes. That's awesome.
Yeah,
and Pierce he's 46 in this movie too.
Yes.
45, 46. So
and
he's not young and either.
He looks like
great.
he's 35, 34 in this.
Yeah. Yeah, he still looks young for his age.
Right. He still does to this damn day. No, there's and in a lot of ways, it's good that CG was once again very expensive as it was at that time, because we've said on here many times on our streams, and we will several more times, but there is something to be said about when you do have limitations to what you can do, you learn to make the best with what you have, and this was them making the best with what they have and say, okay, because it's once again, it's that whole thing of irony. Like when you have everything available at your whims, you tend to let everything fall at the rails. But when there's a limit on what you can and can't do, you stress it that much harder to, okay, we got to make the best we can with what we have because we can't go above that. And maybe we need a little bit of those constraints again to know where to use CG in moderation and have stuntmen where we can have them as well. Like once again, all things in moderation. But I think this movie is a good proof of what happens when you can achieve obviously a lot more of the practical, and then how the CG is a lot more sparse, but it looks good wherever it happens to be.
No, good point. Yep.
And right off the bat, one of his gadgets came to use because he takes that big old balloon and Electric goes freaking out. I was like, holy shit, does this lady know how to sell that she's not like a bad guy? Because, dude, maybe it's something to do with me being in 6th grade, not knowing better. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep. No, we got you. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. But I think she does a great job acting. This is where they kind of bond here. But as you find out the turn that she really is the villain. But is this all a setup to just scare Bond or make it look real, or what's? I'm kind of confused on this. You guys can help me out. But
so here's what I know about what they had it all set along that she was going to be a bad guy. It wasn't like a last minute decision. No, there are things done with her character that are that last minute decisions, but her being a bad guy was always going to be a set in stone thing. With Electric King, their whole goal was to feature her less in the trailer because they wanted to maintain as much of the twist and the illusion and mystique of her character as possible. And to to their advantage. It worked. It
Mm.
worked a charm because I remember being genuinely shocked. I remember actually hearing some gasp in the theaters in 1999 when when people like kind of figured out when Renard would say the line. But I thought, wow. And then when I watch back and repeat viewings throughout the years, I think to myself, holy shit, this lady crushes this part because she really sells you on how I need your protection. I really need it. Like she to me is this is one of the best twists of a movie done in my opinion ever because she really sells you on it. And then once you start to get the hints, and it comes a little bit later, that's when it starts to pile on quickly once the hints. And of course, I remember this scene here. I'll do this just
I'm
for the
pausing
guys.
at the X-ray vision,
I'll do
but
it just for the guys here. All right, Jens,
those glasses. Those glasses really worked in the comic book. The X-ray glasses. It really did work in the comic books. Yeah.
I remember with my classmates and guys like, oh, I want those. There's girls I need to see at school with those. I was like, I remember the mom was just like, Kevin.
But of course,
it's nice to see those girls take safety very seriously, personal safety.
Yeah. They both got guns. One's got a blade as well. So
who knows what else they've got hidden? I mean,
how do you reach the gun there? How do you get? Is there? You got to pull your dress
she has to be naked first.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure there's ways you can do it. I'm sure there's ways you can reach around. Okay.
Yeah.
You just gotta believe in yourself. There's always a way to reach around.
Why did the glasses only go through the top layer and not the bottom layer?
It's the same as the movie The Invisible Man with Raymond Burr, and he goes to the party. He can see all the women's underwear. I thought, well, if you just looked a bit harder, you could see them completely naked. What does that work? Is the underwear got some kind of special filter in it that prevents
He loves the mystery. The mystery is more
not invisible. No, the man with the X-ray eyes. Sorry, not the Invisible Man. Man with the X-ray eyes. I got mixed up. The old Raymond Burr movie. How come we can never see through the underwear? It's weird.
Yeah, they're all packing heat here.
They are all packing heat. Everyone's got their guns. Imagine that going to a place that everyone
gun is pressing into my hip.
Oh. Very safe. No one's going to start anything.
I insist. The line that would come back around, but dude, seeing him do it to this guy, that guy was towering over him, and he made him look like a bitch. I was like, bro, what? Hey, what's up, bro? Good trashing. How you doing?
Lead underwear.
Mr. Zukowski will be delighted to see you. This is one of the last movies too where you'd see a bunch of girls surrounding like a fat man, and it would be kind of like one of those equivalent moments of a bitches leave type of moment. It's like, wow, once upon a time, that was how we told bitches to leave. By bitches leave.
Yeah, that guy's a rap star. I don't think
he's a rapper, Goldie. Yeah, he was in a few things in the past.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, as a rap star. It was his first movie.
Goldie. Yeah.
I did not know that.
He was in a couple of movies back in the day.
Oh.
No, what happened to him?
Why am I suddenly worried I'm not carrying enough insurance? That's a great line.
I did not know that. I guess you can file that under the more you know. And this is another thing. Once again, where Elektra plays off the parts well. She talked about how she can't live under fear because that's what the enemy want, and she's got a point. When you're out there, she's trying to play that whole card, and of course, this is after she got the bang bang from Bond as well. So she got the bang bang. She played girl in distress, in the balloon. Talk about how she couldn't breathe. She was freaking out. She goes out there to show a little bit of an image of bravery. And then she has her freak out with and said, please bring M here because Bond is not doing his job. She played all the right emotional cards. And because she knew she was a woman, she could play those cards and it would be very effective. Holy damn. The more you think about the twist, the more impressive it gets. It's not one of those things where it's like, oh, wow, this is actually dumber when you think about it. The more you think about it, it's like, holy shit. Damn, this is good. And then there's the memorable, there's no point in living if you can't feel alive. Obviously, that's one of the most memorable quotes. And that's another thing. This is one of the last times where we had super quotable movies. And
Yes.
my guy, Brad Young. Brad Young, what is up, dude? Coming in big, huge, hot, and, well, hot for a $5 direct donation. He says, evening, good sir. And good evening to you, Brad. How you doing, buddy? Are you enjoying Toxic Tuesday tonight back on YouTube? I hope that you are. Thanks for being here and enjoy the show and enjoy the ride, my friend. Welcome to the Devil's Breath. Oh, yes, where we see Bernard and all that lovely stuff. Where we see, I remember seeing the mark on his. I'm like, that bullet got it all the way in, and you're still dead. Maybe you just need something. You just need something a little bit bigger, and it would work.
Yeah,
That's what she said.
They're saying
She said something a lot bigger, and it was
Coron Rogue says that rapper dated Bjorn Borg.
Bjorn
Wow.
Borg.
It's amazing what success can get you, because she's a pretty lean girl, and then
So-
you look at that.
Oh, I
dude,
thought you meant Bjorn.
The
I
thing
thought
is,
you meant the tennis player, the
He
guy.
yeah, exactly. Bjorn Borg, the man who went into didn't he go into a cupboard in a restaurant and shag some girl? And then
Well, you're telling me Zukovsky Bjork? Wow,
He did.
what a gangster! I must say.
But, you know,
Like-
Goldie may have been a rapper, but nobody said he was a good rapper.
Oh
Yeah.
man. Oh,
So,
God.
but getting back to that skiing scene. So, who's trying to kill Elektra? Is that all? Is that all a setup, or
Well, that's what we're trying to. Everyone's trying
no?
to figure
Because
out.
like, what? I mean, what if she'd actually died? Like who? I mean, I'm
Well, a stray bullet could have hit her. Yes,
right. I mean, so that was pretty or buried
I
in that
always
ambulance.
thought
That's
that
pretty
was
ballsy.
I always thought that was just done well, just enough to give Bond a boost of confidence.
Hmm.
Now, I didn't watch the director's commentary. I don't know how that stuff was addressed with those scenes and the reveal.
Yeah, but it's like, hey, I'm a henchman. You got to die here just so Bond can get close
That's
to
right, yeah,
close to
the-
her, and I can get in bed with him. It's like, maybe I'm not doing that.
Maybe you're not paying me quite enough for it.
Yeah,
Well, to be fair, if you're a boss, you don't tell your henchmen you're going to die. When you're a boss, you expect them to just do a job, and well, if you die, well, you work for me. So
Yeah, nobody ever
well.
tells the
If he
henchman
dies,
they're
he
going
dies.
to die. He dies.
Yeah, if he dies, he dies. Oh, dude, I love where he mollywops this guy and he throws him in the garbage can. He said, "Oh, he got buried with paperwork."
Hmm.
yeah.
But yeah, you don't tell henchmen they're going to get screwed over. You say, yeah, you'll be all right. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Get that
that's
insurance.
pretty much it, yeah, because think about what boss ever tells his henchmen with love and care, "Oh, guys, well, I'm sorry, but you're just gonna have to die for this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, be the one that takes the bullet." You don't know.
Yeah.
They don't do that.
Hey,
I
boss,
want
what
to
about
die
our
another
health?
day.
What about our health?
Oh,
What about our health
Mark!
insurance and pensions, boss? Oh, don't worry about it. It'll be fine. Hey, you know the title of this movie? The World Is Not Enough. I was just reading the trivia. It comes from it's the Bond family motto
Yes,
from
yes, it
On Her
is.
Majesty's Secret Service. I didn't know that.
The
Ah,
George
oh.
Lazenby movie. Yeah.
Orbis non sufficient.
Oh, he does say that at the end of the movie. He says the Bond family motto. Yep, I didn't know
Mhm.
they used it in another movie.
No, that's an actual thing. So it was nice that they tied in extra Bond lore to this movie.
Nice. Yeah.
I thought the Bond family motto would have been something like "Brace yourself, I'm coming in."
Hold on to your britches.
Hold on to your britches.
Oh man, that's good.
And this is when Bond's still,
Stop your grinning and drop your linen. That would be the.
and this is where Bond's still can have fun, right? With the lady, gets two ladies in this movie. Well, I guess it's
No, he gets
a
three
little-
ladies. He got the
three.
nurse.
That's the
he got
doctor. Yeah.
Electra.
No.
At this point, he already got Electra, and Christmas Jones is the third time's the charm. So he went, dude. He basically hit a three run home run in this movie.
Yeah, and you got to assume stuff is happening in between too. So
Oh
he's,
yeah.
he's getting it every which way.
Isn't Kazakhstan, Redshirt might back me up, into this one of the most closed off countries in the world?
Yeah, they didn't actually film it because Kazakhstan.
Yeah,
They're like we're
it's-
supposed to be there.
It's
This
a
is in
really
Spain.
fascinating place because they've got so much oil money. The guy's built an incredible capital city, but it's pretty empty. It's like North Korea with money, you know.
And there's our physicist, and
There's
she's
Tomb Raider.
totally dressed for right. I did actually think about Lara Croft when I saw
Yeah.
this in '99.
She's
I
Tomb
actually
Raider.
thought Denise Richards should have been cast as Lara Croft because she already had brown hair and she
Yeah.
had the green top
Yes,
shorts.
yes.
And I was thinking, holy crap, she could actually be Lara, because I was obsessed.
She could be.
with
Yeah.
Raider 1 and 2 on PS1. Those were probably like some of my peak gaming days, and I was obsessed with those games.
And
That's Tomb Raider.
And they put her in that outfit just for that, right? Everyone's thinking.
Oh
Tomb
God,
Raider.
you know that.
Yeah.
For all I knew, all the dudes I was hanging with at this movie theater, they probably all got hard during that scene. For all we know, I mean, we're all angsty young men.
So Denise Richards is subject of one of the most intense debates in movie history. Would it be Denise Richards you would have, or Dina Meyer in Starship Troopers? Which one of the two girls would you go for?
Dina.
Yeah, Dina or Denise. It's a burning
Dina.
issue in fandom.
I did not know it was a burning issue.
Oh yeah.
It's depending on which one you sleep with. It might be a burning issue.
Ask Red Shirt. Darth Viewer says both.
So Dina or Denise
Meyer.
Dina Meyer or Denise Richards. The age-old debate.
I think that's the answer. Meyer or Richards.
Meyer or Richards. The answer is yes.
They're interchangeable in that regard.
The answer is definitely yes.
She's more marriable, more long-term partner, and she played a great Batgirl too. So, on Birds of Prey. So,
and this is where we get the first clue of Renard laying out when he says the line about dying and all that stuff. Can't feel alive until start living, yada yada. And I remember being like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" I actually remember this was one of those things where I remember saying moment for moment in the theater, even though it's 26 years ago, just be like, huh? Why is he saying that? So I guess it goes to show you that, even though I was 12 years old, I had already gone past puberty. This movie had my attention in a lot of ways. To my knowledge, I think I was the first guy in my class that went through puberty because
you watched this movie.
It's a shame you never came out the other side of it, though, Nick.
It is.
You entered it, but you never came out the other side. You're still in it.
Nick never pulled out.
You never pulled out of puberty. That's true.
Oh, damn.
He just said, I like it here.
I like it in this. Yes, puberty.
It's good for 46. God.
But he's
got bad British teeth too, so it's perfect.
Yes.
A guy, he's 46, looks like he's 34. It's one of those rare times where the too old for Bond part is kind of invalid because he looks way younger. He even moves like he's way younger too.
Because he's skinny. Yeah, he's in shape. Yeah, he's not carrying any extra weight there. So
Pierce Brosnan was in really good shape for all these movies. He wasn't shredded at all, but he was lean. He kept lean for all these movies, which I respect.
He's naturally skinny. Yeah. Well, problem was he was a pencil neck back in Remington Steele. So how could he play Bond? So as he got older, he filled out a little bit. But
it's the suit that makes the part.
Yeah, but he's not. He did put on some weight.
He's never muscle bound, but he did tone up. He was toned.
Yeah.
He's toned. Now our boy, I still need to watch. God, what's that show on Paramount Plus that he Mobland?
Oh,
I hear that's great. Once I'm done with Tulsa King, I'm gonna start that.
Mobland's the show of the year, in my opinion.
Okay,
Best show
good.
Of the year. Yeah.
I will give you a mission report when
Mobland
Denise Richards in it.
Not unless she's blown up in some pub and she's standing at the bar. I don't know. No, not that I noticed.
Oh, look, Bond is doing Spider-Man here.
Oh, I thought about Batman '89 when with Kim Basinger.
How much do you weigh?
Yeah, I thought about that, and bro, he get through the explosion, and I love this. Once again, more and more action. Imagine that. See, if this were a 2013 and beyond Bond movie, would even be extra generous and
Bond
say
would have been crying by now.
he would have been crying, and we maybe would have had maybe one action scene by now instead of 3 set pieces of action. They've been crying, and there would have been no women banged, and we would have had a moment of action, and a lot of it would have been dour, bleak, not filled with fun, not filled with on the nose dialogue. Once again, the way pacing has changed in movies. Holy shit, dude! It really is a whiplash. It really has been. I'm ready for it to revert. In my strong opinion, I am really ready to revert back to this type of format. Not just for Bond, but just for movies in general. Because there's a time and place for those type of slower stories. Okay, great. But once again, throwing the one size fits all on it, to me, is just the dumbest way to go about all this stuff. Because you're thinking, okay, this format has to work because we want to do as little work as possible to change it. Bro, stop being a bunch of cunts and stop being lazy. Oh, yeah, she was.
That's true.
Yeah. Holy shit.
That's very true. She was. Yes.
Wow.
Domino. That was her name. Domino.
That's of course. Of course her name was Domino. Domino, Christmas Jones, Jinx, Pussy
Barbara
Galore.
Carrera was the best thing in that movie. Fatima Blush. She was the best.
Holly Goodhead. Man, the amount of great Bond girl names is
Honey
staggering.
Rider, the first one.
Yeah. Honey
I'm just thinking to
Rider.
never say never again. That Barbara Carrera was definitely the best thing about that movie. I didn't like the villain, Klaus Maria Brandauer. He just didn't seem threatening enough. He wasn't a great villain. Anyway.
Yeah, well, when we rewatch it, I haven't watched GoldenEye in actually it's been a long time. Believe it or not, I've watched Tomorrow Never Dies and The World Is Not Enough more in the last 10 years than I have GoldenEye. I think the last time I have
you watched Never Say Never Again?
No, it's been about 15 years.
Right. Are we going to do that one? Do you think we should do that one?
We're going to. What we're going to do is
next
year, we're going to do Never Say Never Again, On Her Majesty's Secret Service, and Casino Royale. The only Craig Bond will touch. Those will be our 3 for next year.
Mm-hmm.
So I've already thought it out.
Valerie Leon's in it, and she's hot.
Okay, well, I'm glad you feel like you have a nice spot for that. That's good.
I do. I have a soft spot. Well, actually, not a soft spot for Valerie Leon. It's a much harder spot.
Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole.
Oh, dude, this one blows up big. I was like, holy shit! But remember the physicist that dresses the way she does, and she's well aware of it too, because she's like, "Are you just gonna stand there and look?" I was just like, well, of course.
If she shoves her boobs together too much, there'll be a nuclear reaction. There'll be nuclear fission. They're gonna blow.
If I have one regret about this stream is I should change the thumbnail and I should put Mad Mardigan on both Electra King and Christmas Jones.
On both of you,
yeah. That's my one mistake. It's too. But right here he goes. She plays the sympathy part. Bond left me behind, and you should come.
Yeah,
and that dude, that's just clever because that's Bond. Basically, he answers to her, and you bring in the person that Bond has to answer to, and it's also woman to woman too. So once again, playing off the card of emotion. It was all of a sudden. This is where, once again, Bond is now on to something is off, but I can't exactly connect A, B, and C yet. There's a connection there. I'm still trying to put all the dots together, but he knows. He's got the line that's a starting point, but between the bomb, the pipeline, and the killing of the dad, he knows he at least has a start. And 70s wants to show.
Oh, you have to take the. So, Matt, I didn't. None of you slackers watched my show on Monday about the movie Hercules, but Mad did make an appearance. Mad did make an appearance. The biggest boobs in the movie.
That's impressive. Yeah.
I'll tell you what's impressive. You know the girl at the beginning of that Bond is fighting at the beginning. That's her. That's the actress.
All right, just for the guys. I'm doing
Just
this
for the
just
guys. You
because
get to
guys,
I'm
see.
a nice guy. I'm a nice guy.
This is
Nick is your buddy. Nick's your
the
pal.
woman in the opening sequence that he's fighting.
One, he said that she's well-rounded.
Indeed.
Yeah, when they were
That's
talking about
her.
money.
She looks more
Italian.
well-rounded there. They should have used that.
She's
outfit,
one of she's a Bond, an underappreciated Bond girl, villain Bond girl.
Who, Electra King?
No, the woman I just showed you.
She's not a villain.
The girl that
was.
drops off the balloon.
Yeah,
The girl with the big balloons that
the
falls
girl
off
with the big
balloon.
balloons.
She was hired to assassinate Bond.
She was the one assassinating Bond.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm.
She's an
overthinking
Italian
it.
actress, Maria Grazia.
Yeah, the
Cucinota.
lady with the sniper, right? Who had this?
Yeah.
Who had? Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Sorry, I lost my train of thought for a minute.
Just because you saw boobs, you just got distracted.
Yeah.
Yes.
You just got
That
distracted.
didn't
Yeah.
distract me one bit.
Just short circuit.
I don't think you should be here. You should beat it. Oh, and let that guy. Oh, see, that shit works a fucking charm. And then she can play the victim card too, bro. Fuck, man. And then when you're thinking, oh, what if Bond is actually kind of wrong about this? This is where she finally starts to like show it. Like she shows her facial expressions, the way she reacts to some of the guys, like in the back where they're waiting for Bond to get in that pipe. Like you see her expressions like, oh, okay, maybe there is something going on with her. Like she starts to show it to her henchmen. So now do you believe me? Oh, yeah. See, that's the one last card before like what she assumes will be his death. You know, she tries to put on the public act. The oh no, man, no, victimizing me, taking advantage of me card. So she knew her cards. Holy shit. And she knew how to play those bastards. Bro, but yeah, this is where Bond gets into a pipe with Christmas. Once again, more pipes in this movie, and this one's pretty clean. This pipe didn't need cleaning. I will say that it looks very clean. It looks very shiny. What do you think, Sam? How's that pipe look to you?
I think the pipe has been cleaned several times by the looks of it.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, there's some shine on that. I was like, holy crap, they must clean that pipe on the daily. I mean, shit. Orange.
Yeah, there's a whole crew of men cleaning the pipes.
Oh god. And there's all right. That's the first, right there. Yeah, look how fucking evil her looks are too, right out the bat. That's the beginning of her like showing her hand. I was like, but yeah,
it's like the looking at that orange angina when they're looking at the scene before it. Then it switches to the orangina, and that's all they're seeing.
All I see is orangina.
Bond is focused on taking out the orangina.
I still don't understand to this very day what exactly is plutonium in retard speak. Every time I've had plutonium explained to me, it's always
uranium plus a few extra protons, isn't it?
I still don't understand that.
Okay, it's basically a really if uranium is a radioactive material, your plutonium is a really radioactive material. You don't need much of it. You don't need as much of it, and it's so radioactive, it's so reactive that it's difficult to design it into a bomb that doesn't just melt. That was the problem in World War II. The test they had to do at Trinity was with the plutonium bomb. They were pretty sure the uranium bomb would work, but they really had no idea whether the plutonium would work because they had to get it small enough, fast enough that the reaction would go critical and not just melt the bomb. So it is like uranium squared.
Is that what they had the accident with when they dropped the two spheres together? Or
yes. Yes,
it was
the demon sphere.
Demon sphere,
It's
and then
not
they all knew
nearly-
they were gonna die. Yeah.
It's not nearly as radioactive as unobtainium, though. That's the
No, it's not. But I mean, and the other one, Nick, is that dirty bomb stuff. The one of the dangers is obviously the byproducts that you ingest. somebody once mentioned that if you took the entire Quabbin Reservoir in central Massachusetts that feeds the eastern half of Massachusetts
Mm-hmm.
and put basically a gram or two or three, very, 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 very small amount of pure plutonium into the water supply there, you'd poison half of Massachusetts. That's how toxic and how dangerous the stuff is. You don't want to have anything to do with plutonium. Denise Richards saying, that we're safe up here. This is weapons grade stuff. I'm like, no,
It's even
wait a
worse.
minute.
Like
No, wait.
plutonium.
Yeah, it's
we thought we
worse.
were toxic males here. My God, that's quite
Yeah.
Yeah, stop showing compassion. What the fuck is that shit? Like, don't be
yeah.
a poser,
So
man.
the worst one of all is oranginium. That is the worst.
It is.
Oranginium. Oh,
that stuff could
man.
blow up a Death Star. That stuff's pretty bad.
Oh, that's good. That's damn good. Okay.
Somebody's going to have her ass. Can I volunteer?
Oh, well, he and this is where Bond like realized that, okay, I have been pretty damn clever in this movie, but I need to get a lot more clever. And he realizes since he's in this pipe, he needs it to blow up so he can make make Elektra think that she's dead.
He's
so
dead,
that
yeah.
way all eyes are not on her because now she's on to him. So it was a perfect way. Also, I liked his line. What's going on with you, Elektra? Relationship is strictly plutonic now. So obviously, that was a
Strictly
play on words
plutonium.
between plutonium and platonic. I was like, oh, that is beautiful genius of the
Hey,
choice
Keely
of
Chow.
words.
Good to see you.
Keely Chow.
Keely.
How you doing, buddy? Nice
So I
to
guess
see you here.
Sophie has made her choice in this movie. That's a
Well,
reference.
you guys,
Richard,
It's got to be
guys
this one.
know that
yeah.
Elektra,
Like Reach.
Elektra doesn't feel a thing when it comes to Renard, and she actually he has a. Was he a good?
he doesn't feel a thing either.
What do you
No.
think? And I know he does it. He punches that glass and gets that one piece of glass stuck between his fingers, and she pulls it out on him.
He's been at drinking in pubs in Glasgow. This is nothing compared to that.
But yeah, sure, that was like, bro, I just got cucked by my own lady, asking her how it felt with her and Bond, and he and still, despite that all, he still can't feel a thing. So he'll never know if it's in yet. That's the thing. If he can't feel a thing, he won't know. It's like a guessing game.
Indeed.
Oh
Yep.
yes.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
one last one for you guys. Once again, because I'm feeling generous. Usually this shit's off limits for me, but because I like our chat. I like our chat. We had the best chat. I thank you all for being here. But those are your final toxic shots for the night. All right. So unless someone bribes me, then I'll reconsider. But that's where my generosity stretches. And guys, when we get over to playing clips, we'll probably do the clips on Rumble. So that's probably what we do. The last few minutes will be on Rumble. So we'll probably actually plug our channels when we pull out of YouTube. We'll play the clips on Rumble and call it a night. So that's how we're gonna do that here. But we deserve to have our clips and tips still Rumble exclusive. And Em know how to work that big stick in her hands. You see that?
Yes.
Yeah. Everyone just has a way around big long things in this movie, up to including Em. Old lady still gets her action. First,
Yep.
First the casino. Oh, dude, that guy with the freaking weird bleach blonde hair. I was like, bro, ultra punchable face, man. Ultra punchable. No, for real. What? Oh man, and the grills too. Who are you? Oh, dude,
look at that.
perfect.
Oh, look at her figure there.
Oh, okay. All right. I promise I'm really done after this shot. I don't give a shit, but for my chat. There you go, chat. Don't ever say I was never a nice guy. Don't ever say I wasn't a nice guy. You can even tell me to fuck off after this. That's fine. That's fine. But you got your moment,
Yeah,
because
she's gorgeous there. Yeah. She's just.
now back to the Orangina. Now
But I
back
think
to our Orangina.
where's there's one clip that you need to play at that point. I think too. Where's
I
where's
got
Charlie
both of them.
hiding? Where's Charlie hiding? Because that's his wife back or not? Was he married to her? The winning clip. Where's your winning clip? That's
I got 2 clips from you. I got the
no.
cigar clip.
Just the classic winning the Charlie Sheen one.
Oh,
Yeah, right here. I found it here.
that.
Yeah.
It's like winning. I don't know, man. I was banging 7-gram rocks and finishing them because that's how I roll. I have one speed. I have one gear. Go. Because I'm me. I'm different. I just have a different constitution. I have a different brain. I have a different heart. I have a different,
Yeah.
Yeah. When were they married? Was that was that must be after this, right? Or
Oh God, I'm sure they're divorced. Yeah, if I had to guess, I actually have the Charlie Sheen book. I haven't watched the documentary yet. Once I finish my Dave Mustaine book, I'm going to get to that. I'm going to get to that timeline of all that because if I had to guess, my guess is they probably been divorced by this point. Maybe I'm wrong.
Oh no, they're married. He's married to Brooke Mueller right now.
Yeah, right
and then
now. But what about at this time?
No. When the 2002, 2006, Denise Richards, and then Donna Peel. All right, so he's not married at this point. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
see,
So he's in
here I
between
thought it was
women. He's in
late
between women.
90s. In between.
He's
When
in
is he
between, yeah.
not?
Between, right? Yeah. So yeah.
Charlie
dude.
Sheen. Charlie Sheen calls that spending Home Alone on Tuesday.
Right.
Well, back when I used to have Facebooks, one of my favorite Facebook groups I was a part of was called Partying like Charlie Sheen. And the amount of shit I saw on that page of people trying to top each other with crazy shit made me feel very spiritually alive. And I was just like, I could top these guys. And I got inspired, would add my own twist to the Partying like Charlie Sheen, my own tiger blood to the mix. And yeah, it's a wild page. That was before Facebook too super hardcore regulated by stupid government, so everyone could just Florida man the process. It was a magical time, a magical time.
All right, I want to digress for a second
Sure.
to talk about this BMW because this is a good look at it here in the movie. This is a throwback without being able to come up with a good Aston Martin to the Aston Martin DB4 that Sean Connery drove. It's based on a car stylistically from the 50s called the BMW 507. It's not as good a car as it's supposed to be, so it has that in common with it. It was not a great car. It was an incredibly expensive car and very rare, but I think it was rare because most people said, "Oh, no, I'd rather have a 911." And the bottom line for the car is that what it does give Bond is, sort of a classic car, but it's brand new, so they don't have to worry about it running properly.
I knew someone who owned this car, and he was like a car collector, and he would like for the scout troop. You could go see he had like a private car museum, and you could take like the scout troop there. And he was a car dealer, and he'd started collecting cars in the 50s. And I almost like died when I saw this car in person. I didn't realize how beautiful it was when you see it stand next to this car. Forget Denise Richards and anyone else. This car is so freaking gorgeous, and he's since passed, and the car sold for $16 million. His car, this 507. And he had I think it was like a blue. I have pictures of it. It was like a lighter blue. I don't know if it was that, but just freaking gorgeous car. And that car and the Bond in this movie is actually worth a lot of money now too. It's a sought after car because they didn't they didn't make that many of that new the copy of the 507.
Right. This is Jaguar is a nice looking car. Boys broke down nice with genders.
That's true. But this is one of my all-time favorite. A little bit of Alfa Romeo in there. But I mean, that's the color. Yeah, I think he had that blue color. It was just like Oh my god! I'm just,
Oh, yeah,
I'm just losing my. That car was so freaking gorgeous.
Don't let that car make you hard, Mark.
Oh, it was just, and
You're like, I think
too
too
late.
late, Nick.
He had a De La Haye too, if anyone knows that car, the very
Yes.
French car.
Yep.
And he saw that car at the World's Fair and sketched it, and he said, "Someday I'm going to own that car." And he was actually able to buy it years later. It was a multi-million-dollar car, but he bought a lot of these cars before the price went insane. But I had to get into the car prawn there for when you mentioned that car. It's just you can still sell them, still affected by it.
Yeah, and by the way, James Bond has a bigger gun in this film.
Yeah,
he's finally got himself a 9mm, and it's still a Walther P99. The P.
Why was he feeling inadequate?
No, it stands for police.
No, he was feeling inadequate. He had to get a bigger.
Well, if he was feeling inadequate, he should have had the 40 Smith & Wesson version.
That's true.
But yeah, they finally gave him something that was dangerous at more than 20 yards. Which the PPK was. The PPK was the PPK was for a gunfight in a garage.
He likes to get up close, Bond, when he's killing people.
Yeah.
He enjoys it.
Yep. Oh, dude, I love it. As obviously he's figuring out what Zukowski's role is in all this. I love how the whole entire place comes crumbling down, and Zukowski is just like, the insurance company is not going to believe it.
Yeah.
I remember Peter was breaking down laughing from that, and that was hilarious.
Golden crusted.
I wouldn't believe it either. I'm like, what the fuck were you doing?
I must admit, Robbie Coltrane's recurring part in these movies is always fun. I like the fact that he came back for a few of them.
Yeah, he's in the he'll be in the next one because we're going backwards, but he wasn't the one before this. Yep. Yeah. And that was Caviar. He was stuck in all day when they were filming it. He's like, and it was his birthday when they were filming that. He's like, he was stuck in gross cold melted caviar the whole day. Because these things take, like a 30-second scene can take like an hour to film, or whatever. It takes so much longer. So it was. He's like, I felt bad for him, yeah. But not too bad. He was getting paid.
But James Bond does like to kill people up close because it's a personal service. It's customer service. He gets right up close. It's not far. He's not doing it from a distance like some remote, uncaring person. He'll do it right in front of you.
Yeah,
yeah. It's personal service.
Respect. Service is personal. How he feels about you most of the times is not personal. You can maybe argue that this movie is more of the personal mission versus the world-ending mission, even though there's a world-ending element attached to it, but the people involved is more rivalry-based and more personal in terms of what drives them.
Yeah.
But what was the other one that was like that? Was it License to Kill the Living Daylights? Or was more personal? I think it was Living Daylights.
Living Daylights, I think.
Yeah, Living Daylights. And then I like it cool when they mix up for that, because once again.
So, let me get this straight. They're looking for a tube full of semen now.
They are. And he has a big black submarine that he slides in.
The tube full of semen, yeah.
Yeah, big black submarine. I love it. That you can't mistake that thing from.
Is it yellow?
It should it's big and black. That submarine.
I like yellow submarines the best.
Well, you can have your tiny yellow submarine. I'm gonna have a submarine, and it's gonna be big, and it's gonna be black. So we only that's like
we can't all live on a yellow submarine. Damn it!
No, over here in these parts of these necks of the woods, you can only have big black submarines.
It was it's licensed to kill that he goes after it's personal.
The best part of waking up is BBC Right Now. About coffee, of course. Big black coffee. And now we get our boy with the grills and the ugly blonde hair. He starts to show his hand by realizing you see him kind of distance away, and he's about to turn on them too. Also, the pinup, I forgot to mention, at Zukowski's place with the pictures of all the ladies. I never paused to look at it. Maybe you guys have, but apparently those are all photos of the previous Bond girls.
Oh, really?
Oh.
No, I didn't see that.
I've never
No.
looked into it, but I've heard that it is. So I'm just saying for you gentlemen
That
on
would be
your
fun. That would be a fun bit of trivia.
personal time, yeah, it's a fun piece. But for those who are invested and deep in there like that, it's there for you to look at. So you tell me.
So that
That's
was
you,
fake
Ryan.
caviar he was in, made out of gelatin and fish oil. So
Oh,
that's what
they
he had to
splurged
spend
for
all
the
the time
caviar.
in gelatin and fish oil.
Wow.
Yeah, well, at least
It gets sticky for this one.
Oh,
yeah.
they didn't waste real caviar.
No, no. But yeah, ugh, imagine being stuck in that all day. Ugh.
Imagine going to the producers to tell them you want to get 300 gallons of caviar.
Yeah.
You want a what? Come on, guys. The after party budget's 20,000. No. It's not for that.
Oh man. And this is where we're start to become on trajectory to become the wettest Bond, one of the most homoerotic Bonds. And
Yeah.
we get a wet fight of the century too. Like and this is the rare time where you'll see Bond fighting for pulling out versus going in. That's a rare situation. So this movie subverts your expectations with the female inside villain instead of inside man, inside woman, her working for that guy, and then on top of it, Bond is actually fighting for once to pull out rather than go in. So this movie, like, see, Last Jedi, this is how you subvert expectations. Unlike your bullshit. Thought you were gonna say 300 gallons of semen. Oh man. Oh, that is too good. You guys are killing me. I love it. By the way, remember, chat, once again, once we get to the clips, we will play them on Rumble. That'll probably be the last 10, 15 minutes of the stream. That's how we will conduct business elsewhere. But so our boy gets, oh, dude, this trap still gives me the heebie-jeebies to this day. Where everyone like gets like weird like jitters about like spiders, shit like this like grinds my gears. I'm like, oh, I just imagine the pain of having your neck being possibly crushed. Oh god, I'm still imagining now, and I've seen this scene several times. I'm still like, fuck, this shit makes me uneasy. Damn. And while that's happening, Bond is still being Bond. That's the funniest part because they say you kind of get to know someone when they know they might be confronted with death, and he's just like, "You didn't mean nothing to me." I was like, "Holy shit!" He's still talking shit even as he's about to potentially die. He's still freaking throws it back at her, and she's probably, "What the fuck? You're supposed to be begging for me to not do it." So here you are, like clapping back. So beautifully, beautifully done. Absolutely love that. Somebody, I got it, Mark. I got the clip, and this is where she shows off her ear. As I mentioned, missing earlobe that we saw in the work order. I was like, bro, man, bitch. And then, if I remember, she didn't like that the business gets scared of her father's business. It's the family business. I was like, oh,
yeah,
she's that lady, huh? Oh, she wants to take credit for a man's work.
Well, she says her father stole everything, right? It's her father stole it from her mom or something, or
it's
from the mom's side of the family.
They never
Something
really
along those lines.
it. Yeah, maybe there's credibility, but with ladies like her, can you really take her word for it?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to trust a French woman with a half an ear.
Yeah, I thought as much. And whoa, what's up, Cluck Yoki's on Rumble? He said the shit was kind of hot and keeky. I'm not gonna lie, especially when she straddles him. Yo, it's a special stream you're a part of. I'm glad to see your input over on Rumble, dude. Great to have you there. Oh, yeah. See, for me, this shit, I can't do it. Yeah, one last screw. I was like, hot damn. And Zukovsky, that was the smartest shot, by the way. Rather than leveling her, he is like, it doesn't matter if I level her. It's like, yeah, I can level her. She'd be dead. But then Bond is stuck there, and who's gonna get him out? He'll just die a slow death. So, because I remember I used to back and forth on what was the right idea, but now I'm set on him doing that as the right idea. It was just like, oh, boss, it's so good to see you, and he just shoots him. It's like, yeah, motherfucker, you ain't gonna fool me with that bullshit. Oh, wonderfully done, wonderfully done, and yeah, no more Electric King. You had a good run, lady. So fun fact: there was originally a scene shot for this movie where she actually survived that shot from Zukowski, and they changed it because it didn't work well with test audiences. They didn't like that she survived, and I know, and that's something I sit around and stewed on for a bit, how I felt about that. I'm kind of 50-50 on that. I would not necessarily mind it if she were to have lived, because it would have been cool to see like another villain outside of Jaws, like having overarching part. But at the
Yes.
same time, there's a cool thing to the flip side argument. The cool thing is having these characters be exclusive to their movie. So I could go both ways of that. I don't feel like either decision was a bad decision. I would have been personally fine. Do you guys have any thoughts on that?
I would not have wanted to see her survive this movie
Okay.
because one, it would have been too obvious that they were trying to create another Jaws. And two, it's like when you watch the end of a movie and you go, oh, there's a sequel they set up, it ruins. It doesn't ruin necessarily, but it takes away from the end of the movie. It's kind of a it's a letdown.
Okay.
And I was very happy to see that Bond has gone back to eliminating with extreme prejudice all of the bad guys in the movies,
Oh,
and
absolutely.
that this is because remember he followed Timothy Dalton, and
Yes.
he was very much more of the suave debonair ladies man type within the limits of the AIDS thing, which affected the movies.
Mm-hmm.
But Dalton, you knew, was going to kill somebody with his bare hands.
Mm-hmm.
It just was. He wasn't going to wait till he had a better opportunity. It was just going to happen now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that it was cool to see, particularly in this movie, where really Bond cleans house. There are no strings
Toxic
left.
Bond. Extra toxic Bond. I love
Yes.
it. You
Yes.
could say he goes full toxic Bond in this one. I'd
Yeah.
make that argument. Like, seriously, like he unloads the toxicity. The way he goes about killing, the amount of bitches he bangs.
And M really likes her too. And M likes this girl too, right? Because she's got the
Well, she was like an aunt
like
or
a mother, aunt or mother, to her. And then
there was a connection to her father.
Well, she was a good friend of her father, so she must have known her since she was a little girl. Yeah.
Yeah, and she was kidnapped like a Patricia Hearst there. And actually, the director was super worried about how they would be portrayed as Bond killing off, someone like, it's a double standard, but killing off a female villain, right?
It's not going to happen now, is it?
Yeah.
Wouldn't happen now.
Yeah, but and they said no one in the screening said anything. Like no one was like upset or worried, and they're like, okay, we can go with it then. It's good. But they were super worried about the script there at that point, worried about doing, a reshoot if audiences took it the wrong way. And it wasn't a very graphic killing too. If you like, she didn't fall out a window, or he kind of just like, well, pretty great. She's dead, but it wasn't like you saw much there. She kind of fell back on the bed.
I can't believe that guy's smoking around all that plutonium. That's just so unsafe.
Did I ever tell you guys about the one time when I was working at a pizzeria joint and there was a guy who was smoking inside
It works
the joint?
perfectly, that orange.
The chaos that erupted afterwards. Did I ever tell you guys about that?
He got ashes in the pizza?
No, thankfully not. So there's this guy, we'll just say that. He was deciding to be a douchebag and decided to start smoking a cigarette. And my boss at the time smelled it. And I remember it was one of those I remember it. He snuffed out and then he yelled, "Who the fuck is smoking?"
Was it marijuana or was it just a regular cigarette?
Cigarettes. I pointed to my left. I didn't say where. I just pointed to my boss to go that way. And then I saw him hop over the counter on the side that I was like, he hopped because he was an ex-Marine. And I saw him go up to the guy who was a worker, and he backhanded him like for that shit. I saw the cigarette fly out of his mouth like a cartoon. And I was like, holy
Don't mess with your boss.
shit. I was like, holy fuck. That was the most Italian shit I've ever seen in my
Now, what was their rule
life.
against like smoking was banned at this point? I mean, people used to smoke all the time in restaurants. Or you just weren't supposed to be doing that when you're in the kitchen?
This was in 2009. I
Oh,
don't know
yeah.
what the rules were.
No, I do. I do. I was a smoker then.
Now, my boss was a great guy. I'll say he's a great guy. He's actually one of my favorite bosses I still had to this day. I don't think I ever even had an argument with him. But I remember the rules he always had were rules that to me were very made sense. They're always sensible.
Yeah.
And he treated his drivers and his cooks very well. And when that one guy decided to do that, I had never seen him be that pissed off at a worker. To me, I was like, okay, if he's going to be pissed off at you, you must have actually done something because you gave him a reason to be pissed. And he's like the most supportive of his workers. He's the type of guy when he comes in, hey, are you guys hungry? Do you want to get a pizza going? He was such a great guy. I got tipped from my own boss. He'd be at parties and he wants to deliver pizza. And I get tipped from the boss. You know how cool it is to say I got tipped from the boss? Come on. He was a great guy. But yeah, when I saw that, I was like, do not fuck with this guy.
He's a Marine. Yeah. Once a Marine, always a Marine. Yeah. There's
Oh,
no
dude.
Marines. Yeah.
And he still had it, too. He still had it because I could hear that smack, that backhanded smack.
Oh, yeah.
Today, the guy would have gone to human resources and gotten lifetime supply of free pizzas and all this bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah. But it was a moment. It was a moment. Oh, here it is, guys. This is where
the
it changes
ramrod
everything.
time.
The golden chef and the what fight that follows. Holy shit.
And they wanted to make this even more graphic, but they had to tone it down. They wanted to have like a lot of blood and guts at this point, and they just kind of made
Richard's wet T-shirt. That's all I can think of.
What do you?
Think about
Denise Richards in a wet T-shirt.
Bond being wet. And Renard are both wet. That's what's really more important.
Yeah.
Also,
Everyone's wet. This place is dripping.
Renard gets impaled on Bond's rod.
He does. The goldenrod.
Yep. It does.
They could have called it. It could have made a movie, Goldenrod, instead of Goldenrod.
Goldenrod.
The man with the goldenrod.
Close the hatch. Get out. Get out. And some of these scenes, they said the scene was too confusing, so they went back and like filmed a lot of Bond pushing buttons and doing stuff because they said originally it was kind of confusing. But this is actually a really good, well done scene. The Mission Impossible sub scene I thought was amazing the last few this year, but this scene is really a great submarine scene. And this is all a fake, obviously fake submarine, and the set is on a gimbal. And we could go like 180 degrees. And they said it was a nightmare to film on this. You know, every scene they had to tie everything down and get ready for it. And everyone had to be stunt people. And Denise Richards did this stunt underwater and Brosnan too.
God, the rod. Go on,
Well,
Mark.
they've got is it Pinewood? They've got a massive water tank in Pinewood for this stuff.
Probably, yeah. I think it was Pinewood, and then they and the set's on a gimbal, and then but they're like, back then you couldn't do CGI. They're like, she had to go underwater. They had to do these scenes.
The crew, just one more time, Denise.
Denise, one more time.
The t-shirt's drying out. One more time, Denise. Please.
Having problems keeping it up.
Oh my God, the cock.
Thank you, Mr. Bond.
That's one of the all-time great clips. Yeah.
Oh, I know. I just had to. Oh yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh my God. The rod, indeed, man. Yeah. I just laugh every time I watch the scene. I'm just like, holy shit, these guys are having a wet fight, and they're battling over a rod. Bond.
Right.
Once again, Bond fighting to pull out and Renard fighting to stick it in. But the irony is usually Bond's lines Usually there's like something on the nose, something irony, something witty to his dialogue. But my favorite dialogue he said in this movie is actually probably his, funnily enough, of his more straightforward lines where him and Renard argue, and he's like, "You forget, I'm already dead." And Bond responds, "Haven't you heard? So is she." I was like, "Damn!"
Take that, asshole.
Yes.
Take that, Renard, you retard.
Yeah. Oh shit, she looks like the Undertaker with that for a second. She had the white eyes thing going on. Oh, but dude, when he said that, I was like, "Oh, bro, he just like ended his career with that one line." Oh, the man. Well, welcome to my nuclear family. That's another good. Oh god, see, look at, he's really dedicated about how he handles that shaft in his hand. It's sticking out. He realizes he's got to go deeper with it. Like that thing, just he knows. Like this is the battle for the shaft.
Why, Mr. Bond, do last a long time?
Oh yeah, we all saw Denise had the O face. Yeah,
you just won't stay down, Mr. Bond, will you?
Not when he's wet, man. When he's wet, you'll hear it. You forget I'm already this. I freaking do that so shit. Oh my god!
And then when they're talking about making this, they're like, and Pierce was wet for like a month, and Denise was wet for like a month, and like the making of, I should have clipped that. They're like, this scene was very hard to film. She was wet for a month.
Oh my god! Oh man! Oh dude, he looked like a white Forrest Whitaker for a second. That was some shit when he had that shaft in his hand. He looked like White Whitaker. Oh,
Renard was in the Full Monty too, where the whole point of that is when they drop their draws in the Full Monty.
Robert Carlyle was in that.
Yeah.
He was the main guy.
Oh. Oh my god, my face hurts, but man, this is so fail. Like, let's show off the shaft. Why not? Look at that. Look at that thing.
Handle it carefully, though.
Yeah.
You can't just be rough with it.
It's a very delicate shaft. Renard cares more about that shaft than he did Elektra. Maybe if he actually spent more time caring about Elektra, he'd actually be able to feel something. But bro, oh god. And Bond, once again, Bond knows how to push the buttons, that's his natural expertise. And the shaft just fires right back at him.
Yeah, the taper at the tip did not make a difference.
You'll be seeing her soon. I was like, yes. She's waiting for you. That's why she's waiting for you. I was like, damn, man. Bond went full savage with his insults in this movie. Oh boy.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh god, yeah, he got pumped full.
He was penetrated.
He really he got penetrated so hard he died. Holy shit. Oh damn. She's like blown away. It's like, holy shit. His ass got penetrated hard. Homie just fucking died.
Does that qualify as coming and going at the same time?
And always too soon.
Are you tired?
Are you tired? Everything below the waist is kaput.
They get blown on the way out. Did you notice that they both simultaneously get blown on the way out?
They do.
What are the odds that they both get blown? They don't do the blowing, but they get blown on the way out.
Strictly speaking, it was Bond that did the blowing.
Well, he set the button up, but she had to come with him in order to get blown. So they somehow both got blown together. And I love how the people say, "Oh, yeah."
She had no problem breathing under there. She's got airbags.
They're all cheering. Oh, hey, look, it's people to see. Like, no, please come get us.
Tourists. They're up in Scotland now. Hey, Highlander's going to appear any minute now.
And then
Connor MacLeod of the Clan MacLeod.
One of my favorite closing Bond moments in all of Bond history ever. Not just the dialogue about the Christmas comes at once, always want to have Christmas in Turkey. was that a Christmas joke? But when
He's gonna have
MQR, everyone sees the body heat signature getting super red.
Mhm.
Oh, dude. I used to say those words, it's getting redder all the time. Like after I saw his line, I would quote the shit out of that line. It's getting redder. Honestly. I remember my friend's mom looked at us all awkwardly when we saw this in the theater. I was like, this is hilarious. Oh boy. I love this ending. So humans come out orange. And of course, M007.
Orange human bad.
Oh, damn.
He's on his own.
Oh, fuck. I thought you said he was with Dr. Jones.
This is this is Roger Moore level of trickery.
Yeah,
some of the
right?
ends of his attempting re-entry and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's attempting re-entry.
Oh. It's getting That never gets on. It's getting redder. Oh shit! 26 years later, I'm still dying for that scene. Look at R's eyes, like,
It's
yeah,
so
we're
good,
just gonna awkwardly turn this on. This is getting a bit weird.
Well, they're like, where's she? He's there alone, right? Yeah.
Oh,
no,
so
dear
good.
God.
She realized. Oh, they realized, oh shit, we were all looking at this. Is really weird. Oh, damn. And then the last line to close it all on the way out. Looks like Christmas does come twice a year. I was like, oh, that's good.
There's nothing premature about it.
Oh man. Somewhere out there, Roger Moore was really proud of Pierce for that line.
Roger Moore saying, when people complained about my movies.
Yeah. Oh man, so good. Oh, Chris is like, oh, it's so good.
I remember the groan in the cinema when everyone groaned. Oh god.
Well, that's why they picked that. Obviously, they picked that. I mean, there's funny. They were interviewing her for one of the Christmas Jones, Denise Richards, for one of the previews of the movie. And she's like, well, there's a good joke with my name, but I can't spill the beans right now. They're like, because the interview's all serious. She's like, your name is Christmas Jones. Yeah. So, just one of the classic, not family friendly lines in the end. Yeah.
I hate that she got nominated for a Razzie because I strongly disagree with her performance being ridiculed. Yeah, you could say her outfit was done ridiculous. You could say her outfit doesn't make sense for her job. Okay, fine. But as far as like her character and her acting, everything about it was good and serviceable. It made sense, and she was talking like a character who knew the field. Whether obviously Denise Richards probably doesn't know shit about it in real life, that's fine. She's doing it for the character, and it made sense. And she did the stuff that made sense for her character, and whereas Bond's time to shine, it was Bond's time to shine. At the end of the day, it's a James Bond
It's a Bond movie, exactly.
And the funny part is, like, Denise Richards, when she took the part Christmas Jones, she took it because she felt like there was more of substance to her character. And people gave her crap saying there wasn't. And it's like, no, she's right. There absolutely is. You all are just fucking retarded, ass wipes. So anyway,
I hope she was keeping abreast of the script as it developed.
Oh, man. Oh, you're killing me.
That's what Renard said.
No! Oh, fuck. Wow. That was good, 70s. I must say, that was really damn good.
I am magnificent,
All right, chat. In about 1 minute, we're going to go over to Rumble to play clips for movie. But while we are here, I'm going to let these gentlemen plug their plugs for their channels on here, as well as their toxic scores. So we'll say, Red Shirt, what's your toxic score on this movie?
My toxic score on this movie is a 9.5. that it's
9.5, he says.
9.5, a shoe
Wow.
size. No, he
Damn.
you know,
a big
this is
shoe.
Brosnan. This is Brosnan, in some ways, to filling the part that we expected from a Bond character from any of them. This is the movie where I think I said, okay, he's taken this role over from Dalton for sure. He's got it all here. He's got the ruthlessness that we started with Sean Connery. He's got the lines, the quips, the sense of humor, the unflappability. You know, it just that he just we don't see anything bother him, and it drives other people crazy because they're trying to get a rise out of him and they can't. You know, his whole back and forth with Denise Richards, and and especially starting at the beginning, you know, where she starts out hostile, and he quietly and gently gives it right back to her, and that stays throughout the movie, even though her attitude towards him changes. His attitude towards her pretty much remains the same. He's still giving her the lines. He's still giving her the jokes. You know, like, oh, you're not going to do a Christmas joke. Well, I hear Christmas comes only once a year. You know, he's got to get the last word in. We've got great villains in this, who really do want to you know, control the world, and that's a requisite for Bond. You can't have a Bond villain who just wants to rob a bank. You have to have a Bond villain who wants to steal the world. They want to take it over. They want to. They want to
she
destroy
could
it
have
or own
given
it.
him. She wanted to give him the world, but he said the world is not enough.
Not enough, right?
Oh, the line in the movie. Another great dialogue too.
Yeah. So I mean, it's really tightly done. It emphasizes. Yes, it's very tight. It emphasizes Bond's. It emphasizes Bond's ultra masculine side, which is obviously toxic. We're not allowed to see that anymore. We weren't allowed to see it after him, and we'll see that next year. It'll be Daniel Craig working his ass off to approach the level of a Dalton or even of any of the guys who played the role really. So now I think it's a great movie. I think it's a toxic movie. It's a movie I'd love to have on Steelbook, because I can't see. I would rather spend, you know, get really good editions of the movies that I really like than get all of the movies and have to say, well, there's 4 of these I'm never going to watch.
That's fair. Yeah, it's valid. No, I feel that, man. I really do.
So yeah.
All right, killer. I'm going to acknowledge some scores in our chat. Mecha J, Toxic 9. Jonathan 93 Maga, Toxicity 9. Darth Viewer, Toxicity is 9. A lot of great one-liners as well. TZ over on the Rumble side says 9 Toxic, 9 overall, 10 for Dr. Jones and Crazy Bitches. Hell yeah. Cool shit. And 70s, what's your Toxic score?
Well, I'd probably give it a 9. 9 for the number of inches in the golden rod, I would think would be appropriate. There's a lot of penetrating going on. There's a lot of tubes full of semen, large pipes being laid. So there's a lot of toxicity here, intentional or otherwise. You've also got Denise Richards, the world's most incredible nuclear physicist. She's got depth. She's got a lot of depth as a nuclear physicist. So with a couple of her own cannons, she didn't have a gun. She carried a couple of cannons around with her. And I don't know, having a short Scottish psychotic as the villain was also a good move. No, it's pretty toxic. I'd give it a 9. I mean, I've read a lot of contemporary reviews of it where they say, oh, well, it's not really that toxic because Bond's quite emotional in it and blah, 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 blah. Nah, it's toxic. It's Bond is on its peak Bond. It's Pierce Brosnan's favorite one, apparently.
I can see why it would be.
It's peak Bond.
I can see why it would be. I can definitely see why it would be for him. He
spent a lot of
shines
time
lot.
in. He spent a lot of time wet with Denise Richards, so that's
And a lot of one
that's a-
time filing over the shaft with Renard.
yeah.
He got to have it both ways.
It had its compensations.
He gave Burt Renard the shaft. That's right. So it's a 9 from me.
Okay. All right. Mark. Oh, actually, I'm gonna acknowledge Toback, and then you're gonna go.
Yeah, sure. Yep.
Toback, 8.5 inches because it's less cartoony than the one with Jinx, and I like the villain the best, both of them, and the way the biatch does them dirty. Denise Richards cranked up the hotness factor. Okay,
Very well
sweet.
said. Yes.
Well said.
Very well
All right,
said.
Mark, your toxic score.
Yeah, I think it's like around an 8 too. It's pretty damn toxic. Again, would have made this today with some of these tropes that we'd have, and plus you couldn't have a woman being the bad guy, right? That's definitely not allowed,
And
right?
she did
So
a good job of it too.
she's good.
She's a damn good villain.
She's gorgeous. She's she's primarily a French actress, but she
sexy.
pulls the accent off. Yeah, very sexy, gorgeous. Yep. Like a lot of French ladies, right? Yep. So very cute. But she pulls it off, and you got that twist. So the director was saying too, there's some cut scenes on the DVD, and one of them, like, you realize much earlier who's working for who, and he's like, but you want the audience to be in the dark just like Bond. So this has a great story to it. It's not boring. It keeps moving along, and it keeps you thinking. So it's not just as you guys were saying, it's not just action. There's something to this movie. So it's really well written. Brosnan, he's even more confident as Bond. Like, now he owns the role, and he's as he said, he's like, I wasn't as nervous about playing it, and he's just having fun. And but there's just so many great toxic lines in this and scenes, and he kills the lady, right? He kills the bad girl. He kills Elektra.
Yeah, which wouldn't be allowed now.
No, there's no way. He would have had to take her out and have a cope session with her.
Yeah, either some other female character would have killed her in his place, or she would have lived and escaped.
Yeah. She would have lived to die another day, maybe. But I love the watch here, the gadgets, and they were talking about the formula on the making of, like, what's Bond got? It's got sexy ladies, it's got gadgets and espionage, and the Bond has got to be in a tuxedo. You got gambling, and like, look at all the things the new and fun and action. And it's like, look at all the things that the new movies are missing. And
Bond
they're
crying.
missing almost everything.
Everything
really
that makes Bond fun, yeah. So Desmond Llewellyn, of course, tragically, passed, and they
rest in peace,
passed
Desmond. Thank you for being a great Q for all these years.
Yeah,
the bizarre thing was it wasn't old age or anything. It was a car crash.
A car crash that
bizarre.
turned out, unfortunately, it was his fault, but tragically, and but yeah, they kind of they passed along the torch, and he said in the interviews, well, I'm gonna keep coming back as long as I can do it, and hopefully I'll be back for the next movie. Little did they know, but they did set up Cleese to eventually take over. But so that's kind of not toxic, but just tragic.
It's very odd how that happened, because he was setting him up to be a successor. He even talked about retirement. Please, Bond, I'd like to have this stuff available for me. And we see him as he go down to his exit. So it felt like there was subtlety towards, like, this would be our last movie with him. But obviously, even though the actor is planning on coming back, but the way it plays out, it really made it feel like this was him being done. And then he actually dies a few weeks later. It's like
2 weeks later,
That's
and of course, the other thing that's the most toxic is the Monica Lewinsky cigar scene, which I gotta know. I gotta look that up if they knew about the cigar. Yeah, when did that become public? Monica and the cigar.
Well, this movie
it's just hard to believe.
98, so summer 98, I think.
Yeah, but it took a long time for the cigar to everything kept dripping out. Well, that was probably a poor choice of words. With the dress and everything.
Oh, amazing!
Hard to believe that we had to, can we give me a Kennedy again? It was just boffing the young girls in the White House, and no one hears about it till years later. But nothing like that. But the cigar came out much later, and then I don't know when that came out, but anywho, just very toxic.
As long as it wasn't Cuban, it's okay, because that would be supporting a communist Cuba. So.
Yeah. Well, they said it came out in '98. Yeah. So, yeah. Oh God. But yeah, just I love the classic stunts here, and yeah, you don't get that anymore. So.
No.
These guys risk their lives to make this movie, so they try to control it as much as they can. But in Spain, when they had the scene where he's jumping out the window after he meets this evil Swiss banker, there were hordes of people who were going nuts, and because Brosnan's on set, and they had him jumping out the window, and he's on the line there. He doesn't do the whole go the whole way down.
I got so tempted to do that in real life. I was like, I was still living in Chirac. I was just like, I should do that. See what's can I have someone come to a rope and can I go down like that? Does that work? You have no idea how tempted I was. That's not theory out.
Yeah, so just toxic all around. Good toxicity, and hopefully I have no faith in Amazon taking over Bond. But it'd be nice if we did get something good. But
yeah, I agree. So for me, my score. Thank you guys, Mark 70s Red Shirt, for your scores. I'm gonna go simple because you guys pretty much stated it all. I mean, this movie leaves you. You are a super soaker in this movie, and I'm gonna go with a strong, like Red Shirt, strong, long, hard, and strong 9.5 for the score. I mean, this is Brosnan turning up the dials with the toxicity in this movie. Like, it basically, this is his Spinal Tap. He turned it to 11, and we were just all caught in the heat of it. And wow, what a damn flick. On top of that, even if you don't factor in all the crazy toxicity, what a damn flick. And 26 years later of me doing constant rewatches, still the same love now that I had as a sixth grader. And I won't forget the awkward moment when my friend's mom looked at all of us during that It's Getting Redder scene. Her face was priceless. All right. We're going to let these men plug their plugged, and we're going to transition to Rumble exclusively for our clips. So, Richard, do you got anything coming out before you transition to Rumble?
Well, I do have a plug. It's not me. I want to say thank you to everybody that in my hiatus, to everybody who sent prayers, thoughts, contributed to or shared the Give, Send, Go. The fact that you spent the time, even if it was only a moment, if you did, I really want you to know I really appreciated it. I was looking at Twitter messages at night, alone in the room, and that's a lonely place to be at 3 a.m. And it made a difference. It really made a difference. So thank you for helping to get me back on my feet and give me a reason to be here. I really appreciate it.
We're glad you're back, mate.
Dude, you were missed. It feels like, you were definitely a missing part of the puzzle for this show. I feel like you are a very vital ingredient. I mean, to me, together, us dudes, we're like fucking pizza. All right? We're like pizza. And to me,
does that mean we're like making love to a pizza? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, none of us are anchovies.
You're comparing us to?
I would say 70s is the sauce. Mark is the bread. Red Shirt's the cheese. I'm the oregano.
I'm the cheese.
I don't think we should explore that any further.
Yeah, no, let's leave that right where it's
right where it is.
Okay. To interpretation. But Red Shirt, thank you for plugging your plug before you watch our clips on Rumble. 70s, you got a quick plug?
Well, my show yesterday was a lot of fun. If for those who didn't watch it, and that's probably most of you, it was a Canon film. Canon. My subscriber numbers go up, but I don't know if I'm getting an awful lot of live views. It was Canon Film Club episode on the movie Hercules from 1983. Lou Ferrigno, a lot of Sybil Danning. It was a lot of fun. It was a fun stream. We always have a lot of good laughs on these, so check out the replay if you get the chance. I'll have some time to do some video. We talk about homoerotic. There was a lot of oiled pectorals in that movie. I'm gonna just do a gaming stream next Monday, which means this week I'm going to try and get some videos done, including a new concept, a new video for Bonded by Metal, which I've finally, I'll be a minutes away from finishing it, which is going to be Metal or Not.
I can't wait. I want in future editions of that.
Well, indeed, it's set up so we can do it as solos or panel ones with
I'll have to come on for the Jethro Tull edition.
Indeed, that. So we're going to take stuff, either albums or bands or even individual songs, and say metal or not. And we have a set of very scientific criteria to measure it against. So the first video of that will be finished tomorrow, and then we can plan future ones like Jethro Tull, and the band Budgie was one that was suggested, and we can just pick albums or songs or whatever, and use these criteria to debate whether or not they belong in the pantheon of metal. So everybody watch out for that tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow that video will be available on Bonded by Metal. And the first one I'm doing is Earth versus the Wild Hearts, which is the Wild Hearts debut album from 1993. It's a kick-ass album, but is it metal or not?
I look forward to watching.
Do you cover what the first metal song is? I don't want to know, but what your answer is. But if you don't reveal the song, but I guess are you gonna say like the birth of metal or the first
No, it's not a history thing. We're just going to take a band or a song or an album and debate:
gotcha.
Is it metal or not?
Gotcha. Yeah.
Well, 70s, I appreciate the Bonded by Metal plug and the plug for your channel. Mark, thank you for plugging his 70s plug in the chat.
Yeah.
Mark, do you have a plug you want to plug?
I do have a plug. Yeah, I'm gonna unplug. Yeah. Let me I got the cover on here. Let me unplug. So we do have I'll put my links in a second. I do have a giveaway coming. So if you're a Star Trek fan and you're getting ready for Thanksgiving, what's the perfect centerpiece for your dining room table? What do you think that would be? Well, of course.
I don't know. What would? That's
a turkey
nice.
prize.
Yeah,
whoa, don't fall here.
Nice.
So it's an Enterprise with pumpkin pie as a saucer, turkey leg, and corn and forks there. So Scotty labored hard and wide to build this. So it can only go warp factor turkey, but I'm going to give one of these away before.
Nice bone shaft in your hand.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I'm gonna have to give this away on one of the streams before
cool.
Turkey Day. But it is
that's amazing. That's amazing.
When I saw this on Maker World, I'm like, I put one of these on the dining room table. I gotta wait till my wife gets in, and she's gonna, what the fuck is this here? Get rid of this. I'm like, this is for Thanksgiving. It's our centerpiece. So. We'll be giving away a few of those on the Sunday Night Geekery, 10 p.m. Eastern. And always look for my shorts. I got lots of shorts from Comic-Con that have been doing pretty well and having fun with those. And you never know. I did a member stream impromptu last night. R2 popped in, and we big shout out to Sean Estep again, who had sent 7 days. I know got some cool stuff.
Oh, probably 2 boxes, two very large boxes of stuff.
He's crazy. Yeah, God bless him. Yep,
wonderful
amazing stuff. Yeah. So we did a member stream on that last night. So, but yeah, very fun to be here. And stick with us and just click that link and go over to Rumble so you can see all the clips and
right
fun
now.
stuff. Yeah.
Well, Mark, plug your plugs as I get
plug my plugs in. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me get my plugs here.
Stick it in there so people can sub to your channel to also watch your excellent Sunday Night Geekery. And Mark, bravo on the slideshow. I'm already going to give you a bravo in advance for the clips. Yeah, you killed it. You crushed it as usual. Very well moving. Your Orangina was nice and big and took up a lot of space. And we love it when your Gina really shines. So thank you for that. So, guys, that's his channel. Please sub. And this is the Rumble link where we're going to go watch the clips. So for those of you who do not transition with us, thank you for being a part of the Toxic Tuesday show. And thank you, Brad Young, for the direct donation. We're going to go Rumble exclusive so we can watch some clips from the movie. For the rest of you, we'll see you next week. There. Talking Tomorrow Never Dies. Can't wait.
Tomorrow Never Diets. Tomorrow Never Diets. That's the Stacey Abrams version.
So for
Tomorrow Never Diets.
Let us transition. Thank you. Have a good night. Goodbye, good fight, and good night.